All right, so let's do if you can fuck one of the characters from My Hero.
Bakugo's mom.
That was so quick.
Holy shit. There wasn't even like, this is a thought that has already happened. Like, Antony rounded this base a long time ago.
Shit.
Jesus.
I didn't even finish my fucking sentence. This man's like, Bakugo's mom. Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 68 of the Thought Patrol podcast. One away from 69. Holy shit.
69.
It's going to be a very sexually charged episode, more than usual. Because normally we're pretty sexually charged, and more of the homoerotic venue. But yes, it'll be a very sexually charged episode. Hopefully we could get a few hosts of the OG status back to us. I know Tyler desperately wanted to be on and stuff like that, so hopefully we can get that going. I don't even know what we'll talk about, but it's going to be an awesome episode. Like every episode, right? Right?
That's absolutely right.
That's what I tell myself when I go to sleep.
Yes.
Exactly. All right. So, as you guys can tell, I'm being joined by Antony.
I am back.
Who has graced us after quite the break. And Shawn, who, the old faithful, always with us. Excuse me. Dropping his lovely voice every week over the Discords for us to enjoy. So, I burped a little bit.
Can't get enough of your loving, baby.
Hell yeah. So, before we go into the episode, before we go, 5 seconds in, before we go, but before we move into the rest of the episode, we did get back from Halloween Horror Nights. We had returned, we all met up, and most of the friends from my circle had met Shawn for the first time, so that was a awesome night. We did some houses, did some things. We will talk about that as we get past the intro segment, and we'll describe our experiences. I also did one of the coolest things I've ever done in my life, ever, in Disney Springs. It was quite a blast, and gives me a lot of hope for the future of VR. So, we're going to go ahead and get into the intros. How have you guys been? Have you guys done anything interesting? Played any games? Watched any movies? Anything that you think is worth sharing? Antony, we'll go ahead and start with you. How have you been, my friend?
I have been absolutely awesome. Let's see. Any movies? I just quickly pulled up Netflix here because now I remember. Actually, I kind of forgot while looking at it.
Nice.
Wow. Oh, do you know what Psyche K is?
No.
Like,
Yes.
yeah, like from Netflix. It's an anime about a psychic. I finished the second season to that. That was amazing. I also saw another anime that was new on Netflix. It's called The Last Hope. That one was pretty good. I wasn't expecting much, but that one was absolutely phenomenal. In terms of things that I did, I went to a music festival in Ohio like 2 weeks ago, so that was awesome.
The
amazing.
capital of the potato.
Is it?
I think so. Or is that Idaho?
No, that's Idaho, dipshit.
Fuck.
Is it?
Well, they sound the same.
You had me convinced, let me tell you.
What's Ohio the capital of? White people?
Man, for what I saw, it could be. It could have been.
Republican.
Packing dip. Packing fat lips of dip. That's possibly what it was. And
Let
how
me
was
tell you,
Where
that town
do you
has
get
never
your
seen that many
information
people.
from?
What happened?
No, I was just curious where the dip part came from. So it hasn't seen that many people.
Oh, no. That town that we went to, I think it was Thornville, only has a population of like 900.
Jesus.
And it was 30,000 people at that festival. So that town,
They got rocked for that one couple those few days.
hell yeah, they got rocked. God, that was a good weekend.
And what was the name
I love
of
how he
this?
talks about it like he had
Lost
sex
Lands.
with all of them. He's like, hell yeah, they got rocked. Then he tosses his hair.
Yeah, dude. Maybe he's worth it. Maybe it's Maybelline. Right.
That's right.
With provide that means.
So this is a music festival for electronic music, correct? Or
This one, So yeah, okay, yeah, it was all electronic music, but it was like more on like the dubstep, like metal step side.
Okay.
For those of you who know what those genres are.
All right. Sounds interesting.
Like
So
dark step and shit.
it was banging. It was banging.
Oh yeah, it was.
Now,
banging.
do you have any potentially incriminating evidence that you would like to share with us in the results or in the side of the illegal contraband? Did you smoke any doobies or anything like that?
Yeah, I did.
Hell yeah, dude. You just smoked a doobie?
Yeah.
It was just one
I hope
doobie?
to God you
No,
didn't
it was a
actually
lot.
call it a doobie, though.
Yo, dude,
Do
pass
they?
that doobie. Some
Man.
people call them doobies, but
That'd be great.
Not any cool people.
Yeah. Now I'm gonna start doing that from now on.
Yeah, dude. That'll instantly
God,
prevent
no.
someone from giving you weed just by calling it a doobie. Yo, dude, pass the doobie. They're like, can you leave our
Like,
tent?
if you use that with the old fuckers, they'll get it to you. They'll know exactly what that shit is.
Can you leave our tent, please, sir? You've been in here for the past hour. We're not giving you any weed.
It's like, but I want a doobie.
I want a doobie, man. I want to be with the cool kids.
Just one puff.
One puff. God damn it. All right. So, how many days were you there?
I was there for 4 days.
And-
I got there a day early because I got the early pass to that, which I'm so glad I got.
Okay, so
Because
it's like,
there's a shit ton of people.
and it's like a camping music festival, right? So
Yeah.
you're
So- oh, yeah, 4
you don't
days of
really,
camping.
You don't leave. You're just really there, and you go from your tent to the stage, back and forth, pretty much.
Yeah. But because of the amount of people, the distance from the stages, from the campsite, is like,
Nothing.
at least a mile, dude.
Oh.
I don't know why, though.
Well, because they don't want people, I guess, while they're setting up and breaking down, they don't want people like going to their tent, especially if some
They
of
also
those people.
really want you to have good cardio.
Yeah, especially if they don't want
They
any.
care about you like
Yeah,
that.
and also they got to fit those 30,000 people somewhere. So if you got half of those fuckers putting tents in front of the stage, you'll have a
Yeah.
problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was barely enough room for all of us
Yeah,
to
I'm
be
sure.
there.
I'm sure.
It was like shoulder to shoulder. But then with all the people headbanging, if you're not headbanging as well, someone's going to hit you in your face with the back of their head. The only safe place is either all the way in the back where it's less people or the very, very front on the rail.
Do you have any like particular like moshing stories that happened? Anything interesting?
Oh my God.
You see any
On the
bones-
rail,
any
being-
bones get broken?
Ooh, no. I saw some dude being crowd surfed
Uh-huh.
on an inflatable mattress. And then it was going good until too many people on one side pushed up and then he fucking somersaulted over like 3 rows of people. It was incredible.
I just picture that shit in my head, seeing like his arms flailing as he just.
He's trying to hang on to the bed to not fall out. And then in some points, the dude gets cocky and he's like sitting up and having his hands up. But then it would go unbalanced. He'd go back to hanging to the sides. But this time, no amount of holding on is going to save him from that.
No.
He just went, whoo! It was great. That one was great. And then what was really epic was when...
Really epic, huh?
No, it was
You
epic.
just unironically use the term epic. I like it.
Unironically. I forgot where I was going with this. On
Really
the rails.
epic. Okay.
On the rails.
All right.
So the beat drops, everyone's on the rails, and they all will pull back to headbang and then push forward.
Okay.
But if you have the whole front row of people doing that, the whole rail is coming off the ground and slamming back into the ground. And that was really fucking cool.
Okay.
That was my highlight for that weekend.
Yeah.
And
Just
also
seeing the-
dancing till like 4 or 5 in the morning.
Okay. And
That was great.
So how does food work? Do they supply food?
They have food trucks there and like food places, like food tents.
Oh, okay.
Like those semi-permanent tents
Oh, okay.
of food, but they're a little pricey.
Yeah, I'm sure. And
So-
because they got a monopoly there, dude. You're in the middle of the fucking woods. You brought your own food, or
you're screwed.
You're buying.
Yeah, exactly.
Damn. All right.
So very true.
Sounds fun.
The best case scenario when you're hitting things like that is to fucking rent an RV.
Oh, dude, the RV
Get, like,
spaces
4 or
are
5
so
people
nice.
together. Yeah, dude, you just plug you got like usually they'll have a power outlet, and you can plug it in. But even if they don't, you've got like 2 chairs you can recline. You've got a sofa, couch, and then you've got the bed in the back. and you can fucking turn it on, and fucking you got AC.
Sounds like a plan.
It's fun, dude.
You have everything.
We used to rent an RV and go to Livestock, or we would, or just get one of those really extra large,
Woodstock?
fucking crazy Livestock. No, Woodstock.
Livestock.
Yeah, they don't do them anymore. They canned them like 10 years ago or some shit like that. But
Damn.
that was like Kid Rock did one of his first concerts at Livestock and shit like that.
Interesting.
It was like metal and punk and indie. It's like a mixture of stuff, but it was a rock show.
That sounds cool. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else from you, Anthony?
Nah, those are my highlights.
You played any games whatsoever? Got any time to play any games?
No.
No? Fuck, dude. Yeah,
I'm still waiting for Slime Ranchers on the PS4. You will hear back from me when Slime Ranchers comes out on the PS4.
Okay. I know you like your Slime
Ranch.
Fuck yeah, I do love my Slime Ranchers.
It's like a simulator game where you farm slimes. So you find different slimes like JRPG.
Wait, I think I've seen that.
Yeah.
Don't they have like a vacuum gun or some shit like that?
Yeah, that's the game. Anthony loves that game.
Man, I absolutely love that game.
I'm glad you do.
So peaceful.
Isn't that like one of those games where you really only can do something for like 10, 15 minutes and you're pretty much done or something like that?
No, you could play it start to end. There's no like time limit when it comes to anything besides if you're like growing crops, but it's not like a Facebook game where you have to like set something to go and then you have to wait 3 days for it to do something. Or no, you could play it start to finish.
There's not that much to do.
Oh, no.
It's kind of
they've added a lot. Like
Yeah.
it used to be that way. It's still in. I think it still might be in. What the fuck are you doing with the pop filter? What this man's like face fucking the pop filter. He's like knocking it off the microphone.
hey, if it feels good against my lips, just make out with it. Oh my lord!
You broke it.
Did I? I did not
There you
break.
go, there you go.
Oh, it's supposed to be like okay.
You got, Anthony. You didn't have mic
Stop.
breaking lips
God.
when I saw you last.
Just stop touching it. Just stop touching it. It will be fine. Beautiful. This is why I need a fucking mic boom for this shit.
Yeah, because then you don't got to worry about it.
Yeah.
It just comes up from wherever it
Well,
is.
a lot of
that-
them have built-in pop filters too that sit in front of it.
Then,
You know what you
then
should do?
Anthony can
You should
lip
just
fuck
have
it
it
all night long.
drill it into the wall here and have an extending arm come out.
A lot of the time they stick to the ground.
Oh.
They'll. I don't know how they do it. I've never actually owned one.
Oh,
Or
I
they'll
say
stick to your desk, and you could like hook them to like the bottom of your desk, and then they swing out. So I could like stick it to the bottom on both sides, and have the mics just connected, and they swing out. And you just pull them to you, and then you have the mic in your face. We don't need the table. We could just sit looking at each other in the chairs. It'd be beautiful. I need to do
that's
it.
kind of weird. I need like
A table? Well, you'll have the
just
mic
like-
in front of your face.
no, it's just like something, anything, just like.
Separating us. You don't want me that close to you?
It's not that we're gonna be close. It's just
Oh, we're gonna be close. We're gonna be close enough.
we're just sitting knee to knee, staring at each other with two mics in our faces.
Not even like
Naked, not
We're-
even talking, just
like-
staring
yeah.
intently.
no, like one of my knees would be in your crotch and one of your knees would be in my crotch. So we'd be like kind of like bootleg scissoring each other while we record the podcast. Beautiful.
Just like two puzzle
Making
pieces.
sure to share ball sweat.
Yeah, dude.
We're
All right.
made for each other.
All right. You need to get on those games, dude. Spider-Man's pretty good. Mega Man 11 just came out today as I was showing you earlier my rage.
Oh, that was
fucking rage. That was Mega Man 11. Yeah, it just came out
shit.
today.
Man, that's
Second.
beautiful.
Yeah, it's a pretty ass game. That's one thing. That's the slight like solace I see is like after the moments of rage I calm down. I'm like, wow, this game's pretty beautiful. And then I get butt fucked by another boss and I'm like, oh, I'm mad again.
What was that? What was that last boss?
The fire dude. I forgot his name.
Firefist.
He's pretty cool. He's
Firefuck.
Firefuck, yeah. Note to self: if you're playing Mega Man 11, do not put it on superhero mode unless you really want to cry, because that shit is fucking hard, dude. Like you need to be constantly messing with the slow motion, or you are not going to get anything done because everything's just so fast. And Mega Man's slow as shit if he doesn't have a slow motion. And the thing about that is that slow motion I had was even upgraded. It has a normal mode where Mega Man moves.
Wait, what?
Mega Man also moves in slow motion normally, but if you upgrade it, Mega Man moves in real time while everything else is in slow motion. So you can still screw yourself over on superhero mode but you can get the slow motion really quickly. It's weird. They have like all secondary currency. They're like bolts you pick up from killing things.
Right.
And that's how you get like, you can like get extra lives before you go into a stage. Only up to 9 though. If not, you only start with 2 on superhero. I don't know how it is on the normal modes. I haven't messed around with them yet, but the game is brutal. Like, and if you try, I want to see a dude speedrun this game in like vanilla Mega Man style on superhero mode. So he doesn't use either of the gears. And he only has 2 lives. I want to see someone do that shit. Although with speedrunning, normally people wouldn't be dying anyway, so it wouldn't really matter. But without the gears,
without any like tool assisted.
Well, tool assisted speedrun is where they have a program that they can go frame by frame and tell the game what to do with a tool assisted speedrun.
Right.
So no one's ever playing with a tool assisted speedrun. It's a robot playing the game for you.
Right. You just direct the robot what to do.
Yeah. So instead of a human going to the best of their ability to break a game, it is a robot doing it. So that's why shit usually goes into the like fucking insane with task speedruns, because they can do things that a normal human wouldn't be able to do, like inputting perfect frame jumps to, I mean, most humans can do that. If you practice it enough, you can get
the timing right. Yeah.
But some things you just can go so out of your way, and a lot of methods speedrunners will not take because they're too risky. Like the timing is too risky to do, and it's better just to take a different route that's a little bit slower instead of taking a riskier route that's maybe shaves off like a 1/5 of a second or something like that. So they won't do that, because if they fuck it up, then they ruin their time. But with tasks, like tool-assisted speedrunning, you can utilize every trick in the book, because there's no way in hell you could screw up, because you're basically creating a script for the robot to run through at exactly what frame to do what thing.
Exactly.
And you just absolutely break games. It's crazy. I love speedrunning. I've watched that shit every time it comes up with the summer and winter, like they're like marathons of people speedrunning games. I forget what it's called.
Holy
all of a sudden.
shit.
Games done quick. And they
can you imagine like your own, like the only thing that you do is just try to speed run a game?
Yeah, there's people that do that. They stream just them like trying to make their times better in like Ocarina of Time, or sometimes because they have like different categories like glitchless speed runs. So some people, you can beat some games in like 3 minutes if you use a certain glitch, like wrong warping or stuff like that. But some people don't like that because it's too quick, and everyone does the same thing. But with glitchless speed runs, you can't utilize any of those. You have to play the game.
It's kind of like it stays more true to the game.
Yeah, my favorite speed runs to watch are glitchless 100% speed runs. So they can't use any glitches, and they have to 100% the game in the time. And usually those end up being the longest, but they're the coolest because you can see, because the routing for that must take fucking forever. Well, not only do you have to beat the game, you have to 100% it and do it as fast as possible.
You know which one I want to see?
Which game?
Resident Evil.
I'm sure they have it, dude. Which one?
I've seen it.
Which one?
There's like 3 of them I want to see them do. The newest one, which is
Resident
what,
7? Yeah, they have speedruns for that. They even have a speedrun mode like built into the game that times you, I think.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, damn. What was that one that came out on the Xbox? No, not Xbox. It was free for the PS4. Was it 2?
Free for the PS4?
Was it 2, 3?
I know they...
It's like a top-down almost.
Was that the one where they're in the cruise ship?
No, the one where it's in the mansion.
That's the original. The original Resident Evil.
It's not the original, is it?
You play as a girl, right? And they remastered it?
Yeah,
oh, yeah, it's the remastered,
Yeah, the remastered original.
And like,
no, the original,
like the camera angles are all like fucked up.
2 characters.
Well, you start as Jill, don't you, in the original?
No, you start as either Chris or Jill.
It's not a third-person game. It's more like you move from room to room, and the camera sits in a fixed position once you enter that room, and it sucks.
That's
balls.
every Resident Evil.
Yeah,
up until 4.
Like 4, yeah.
Oh fuck! But they were in the mansion.
Yeah, it's probably 1, the first one.
Okay, well, that one I want to see them speedrun that one, because that game confuses the fuck out of me.
Briefly.
Okay, interesting. All right, we're completely.
What were the bosses, Antony?
Oh yeah.
What were the bosses? You remember any of the bosses? Didn't
get that far.
Did you see dogs like fly through windows in the mansion to attack you? I know there's one scene
yes.
where that's okay. That was I think it was the first one then.
Okay.
I think that should happen. The first one.
Damn.
Okay.
Tangent.
All right. Definitely a tangent indeed, but an awesome one at that. I love speedrunning. All right. So I'm glad you're doing good, Antony. I'm glad you could join us. All you guys tuning in, I'm glad you could join us as well. But Shawn, how's your week been, my dude? What games have you been playing? What have you been going through? Anything new to share?
Not really. I've been grinding Trove to have some stuff for Antony when he comes back to play. I've been grinding Final Fantasy. I have been involved in some personal stuff, which took me away from gaming for a while. I started that anime that I told you about. Antony and I talked about it at Halloween Horror Nights. Apparently, he's watched it already.
What?
Yeah,
18F?
That
I have seen
that
it.
show's fucking so good.
I watched half of the first episode, and I'm not gonna lie, it was kind of hard because the animation is a little bit.
It's wonky.
It feels old.
You gotta get to the third episode, man. The third episode is when shit falls into place, and it just once you see like they do like a weird. The first episode doesn't really have much depth to it. It just introduces things, and you get this little one-off story, and you're like, oh, this is like one of those all ages quantum leap things where he goes in and rescues. Then the second one, there's like fucking gore and murder everywhere, and you're like, what? And
I think I know which episode you're talking about.
Rips your heart out and you cry. And then I was like, oh.
It's a roller coaster.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
But a good one.
I like it.
All right. I'm glad you like it. I need to finish the first. I was like halfway through. He was talking with a cat dude or some shit.
Cat
I was
professor.
watching it while we were on vacation
Yeah.
because I didn't really have anything to do, and I was on Crunchyroll because we had just watched My Hero, and I was waiting for everyone to get ready for us to go. So I was just kind of chilling there. So I watched a few episodes of Chunibyo, which is such a good fucking show, man. That is such a good fucking show. God damn, Antony. Like,
I want to.
You need to finish it, dude.
I know.
It's
I need
so
to keep,
good.
stay up to date.
Like, I love because like the first season they have the Chunibyo syndrome and shit like that, and they kind of give an idea to what it is, and seeing people deal with that in like a day-to-day thing, which is something we don't personally deal with over here as Americans. I didn't even know it was a thing until I watched the show. And then you move into the second season, and that's still there. It's still definitely there. The characters have their quirks, obviously, because it's so finely tuned into like their being and personality that it comes out. You see it, and it's just how they are. And you see it drift away from the Chunibyo aspect and move more into like the romance, and the drama behind it is so good. It is so good. Especially in the second season when they introduce a different character, a past love interest that supposedly moved on, all this other stuff. Really good stuff.
Wait, what are we
sounds
about?
interesting.
It's a show called Chunibyo Demo Koi Gashitai or something. I don't know what it is in English. Fuck. But everyone calls it Chunibyo. It's the girl with the eye patch. And she's got like a little cowlick and she has purple hair. She kind of she kind of wears like goth attire. It's basically the idea is it's a romance / slice of life where there's a thing that happens in Japan apparently. I don't know how true this is. Where when you come out of middle school, usually there's like a percentage of kids in middle school that like the
imagination thing,
yeah, the imagination thing. I don't know how true that is to like
life,
their day to day over there, but this is an extreme of that where one girl has it, one dude used to have it, he's trying to move away from it, and he runs into a girl who remembers him. He remembers who he used to be, but he's trying to get away from that life. And they eventually get feelings for each other, and he's trying to get closer to her while kind of actually enveloping who she is as a person, not like the persona that she has, and trying to get her to move away with that. You eventually find why she's like that and the trauma involved with why she's like that, the things that she's trying to escape from, and the reason that she acts the way she does. And he eventually gets to the point where it's almost so built into her personality, it'd be kind of like changing who she is to try and force her to step away from that. It's a really good show, and it's very good with the romance and the drama. I like it a lot. There's not really too much drama, more romance. And since it's KyoAni, I'm pretty sure it's KyoAni, all the characters are fucking adorable.
They are.
They introduced this little girl that, the sister that has the ladle?
Yes.
Because she goes to Italy, she comes back and she brings a little girl that she's watching over, and she also has like early onset stages of Chunibyo, so she walks around with like a wooden katana, and she's like smacking the shit out of people. She's fucking adorable the way she acts. Like it's just such a good show, man. Like they had like a beach thing that they did. It was good.
I need to watch it now.
That show, man. And when I stopped watching it for whatever reason. I started watching it again when we were on vacation. I watched like 3 episodes in one day. It was really good. Also, the My Hero episode was fucking fantastic. I love Mirio.
Oh my god,
he's so OP, dude. And I like that he's not OP just because his quirk is OP, but he took it and made it OP. He utilizes it in a way in combat that's strong. Right. And even if you see while he's fighting, because you know how he explains that since the two forms of mass can't sit in the same spot, he gets repelled out of the ground.
Right.
You can see that when he's using his quirk in combat, he uses that push to his benefit. Every time he comes out of the ground, he's rearing up an attack.
Right.
So as he's being pushed up, because he uses that force to his advantage as well to move into his attacks to make his attacks even stronger because he's flying out of the ground at like full speed. Yeah. He's so OP and he's an awesome character. He looks like a fucking Pip-Boy from Fallout. But
exactly. Do you think that when he falls to the ground and if he's moving, that he continues to move in that same direction, and then when he comes back up, does he come back in a straight line, or does his his energy still momentum? He goes out this way. Yeah,
he probably keeps his momentum. It's what it looks like, at least. Because if that was the case, then he wouldn't be propelled out. He just kind of pop back up on the surface. But he does literally get pushed out of the ground. So there's some form of momentum at play there. So he probably uses that to his advantage as well. That's a scary thing, dude. Thinking like falling into the ground and literally not being able to feel anything until you like turn your quirk back off. That's fucking terrifying. I can't imagine. Imagine trying to actually practice that and make it a combat ability. I'd be so scared.
Imagine discovering it for the first time.
Definitely.
Like it turns on and you
fall straight through the floor.
And you're falling and you don't know what's going on and you can't, and you look around, you can't see anything.
You can't breathe, you can't feel anything, and you could easily die. Because they manifest in like kindergarten. So a little kid going through something that traumatizing. I wonder if they'll ever delve into that in his backstory. That'd be fucking awesome. I haven't read any of the manga. Just because with action shows, I usually don't like reading that. Although the story in My Hero is worth it enough because it's really good. But I'd rather see it animated because I feel like it's a gigantic cock tease. I did that with One Punch Man. I read all of One Punch Man. So now I'm still sitting here waiting for shit to get animated. And I feel it's just a big cock tease. Like, please, just give it to me. I want to see what's going on.
Right.
But yeah. So that's that. Shawn, do you have anything else? Huge tangent. Holy shit. I didn't mean to interrupt you. I don't know if you finished what you were talking about.
He was talking about 18F.
Oh, yeah, 18F.
I didn't, but I was so distracted by whatever the fuck you were talking about that I don't remember anyway. But on the plus side, I had a really great time at Universal.
That's awesome.
Doing something I swore I wasn't going to do again since they abandoned Bill and Ted. But you talked me into it.
They took out Bill and Ted?
Yeah.
Yeah, they took the show out.
Bruh.
That thing that you went to see at the arena with the
Cyberpunk
thing, they normally set up a stage for that, and they do it over by the diner.
Oh, okay.
By Mel's. But instead, they did it where Bill and Ted's used to be, and they didn't replace Bill and Ted's with anything. But yeah, they got rid of the Bill and Ted's Excellent Halloween Adventure because Universal is a piece of shit. Specifically their CEO. But that's neither here nor there.
Yeah.
And I had a great time, and I still have not gotten my voice back entirely, as you can.
Same. We're all like sexy and raspy for this episode, dude.
Yeah.
We all got like that deep, sexy, raspy voice because we all screamed our asses off like children or laughed them off. Because I was terrified. But that's a good segue. Let's move into our Halloween Horror Nights experience, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a really great time. That was my big thing.
I first want to talk about this thing that we unfortunately weren't able to do with Shawn, The Void, before we move into actually Halloween Horror Nights itself. So The Void is a thing they recently, I don't know how recent it was, but it's in Disney Springs, and it's a VR experience that's Star Wars themed that you go in.
You know they had VR there before, right?
Yeah, they had a Ghostbusters one before, but this one's Star Wars themed.
That's not what I'm talking about.
Oh.
They had a VR attraction there before.
Oh, yeah. They
had a whole building full with it. It was called Disney Quest. That's where they got all this tech from.
Oh, okay. Well, this one's Star Wars themed. So
yeah, I know.
It's basically what they do. You go into the building. It's $37 a person. And the experience itself, Auntie, what'd you say? It was like 25 minutes, 25 minutes, I think.
It felt like that, yeah. I didn't exactly time it, but it was like around 25 minutes, yeah.
And you basically go in, they put a jacket on you, and then they put the helmets connected to the jacket, and you have like a pack on your back that has like a little, it's for like the battery, because they use this big fucking honking battery, because they had to change Antony's, and they literally pulled out like maybe a fifth of the backpack was the battery, this big ass battery that they pulled out.
Dude, that thing took off like maybe 15 pounds off the backpack.
Yeah. And they get you ready and you go in, and beforehand it's cool because you go through like a mission debriefing and you get to customize is a loose term, but customize your stormtrooper.
You get to pick your color.
You pick your color, basically. So we're all like, let's all go pink. And then Kayla fucked it up and picked purple. One of our friends that was with us. Me and Nancy were pink, and Caitlyn went gold. So Caitlyn was our basically our squad leader. And
it's like that guy in Red versus Blue. And he got the pink armor.
Oh yeah.
Fucking damn it.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
So you basically go in and they funnel you into a room where it's 2-on-2. Usually it's a group of 4 that you do this with. So it's 2 and 2, but you can do it with less. You just can't do it with more. And they scan you in and they scan your badge or whatever to connect your character you made, again, loosely, to your set. And you're in a room that's like black. You put the helmet on, which also has headphones, and the whole time with the helmet on, the headphones on, there's mics in the helmets. So it sounds like you're in like communications, like you're in a comms call with the rest of your group. So everyone's on the radio, kind of. That's what it sounds like. So you can talk to each other without even being near each other, even though Auntie was telling me there's kind of a proximity thing. So if you kind of fuck off and wander away from the group, they can't really hear you. You have to be kind of close to each other.
It's interesting.
So you get in and they tell you to put the helmet on, and you see like this weird like box that almost looks like a brain kind of, but flat. And the other person's stormtrooper like funnels in, and it like fills in, and it's there. You see them. Their height. It's just their height pretty much, because Kayla's shorter than the rest of us, so she was like a shorter stormtrooper.
It was so funny.
And you see everyone for the first time, and we all immediately like freaked the fuck out. So everyone's hands are flying all over the place, and it was really cool. The first thing I did was, because you don't have any things in your hand, there's nothing in your hands. So I went to look at my hands. I'm like, how much is this? Like to 1-to-1, and I went to go do each finger individually, and they all responded individually, all of the fingers. And basically the idea with it is it's a VR experience, but what you go through is mixed with 4D. So normally in a 4D ride, you'll be looking at like a 3D screen, and they'll shoot like water at you or hit you with hot air when something happens. It's those elements put into a VR experience. So you start in a room that looks like an elevator with the VR on. It turns it into a Star Wars looking elevator. The doors open, you walk out. We walked onto
they mixed it with augmented reality like they do up in Michigan at the FAFSA place.
And we like had one where you step out. We're on like a magma planet. We step out onto a lift, and the lift starts to shake, and we're actually moving. This was so immersive. I went to look over the edge, and I got scared. Like I was, because I'm afraid of heights to a point, and I got scared looking over the edge. It felt that immersive.
Your body almost like goes forward a little bit, or like tries to compensate for like not to go over, and you like instinctively move back.
Yeah. And we eventually, you get up and you walk into the place. It was funny. It's like Kayla's like squad leader moving on. You see her like walking forward, taking point for the rest of us, and then immediately fucks it up, because we get to a room where there's like a bunch of blasters that you pick up, and you actually pick them up with your hands and you hold them, and Caitlyn immediately fires her gun into the sky. We're supposed to be like fucking undercover. You're rebels that are undercover as stormtroopers. She immediately fires her gun, and the alarms are all blaring. We're like, fuck. We're all just like, Kayla, what the fuck? And she's just like, I'm like, go, take point. And she starts to walk out. And as soon as she steps out, I immediately see her like shrink back, because she was scared, because we're just like, there's stormtroopers all above us. And I'm like, just get out of the way. I moved her out of the way, and I took point. I was trying to shoot. We eventually, I don't want to spoil, because there's like some cool reveals that happened. Like one that made me and Nancy almost shit our pants.
Oh my God.
Something that happens later. But just like we eventually go into an elevator. There's a lever in the elevator in VR. You go to reach for it, and in the room, there's actually a lever that you have to pull. So everything is reinforcing that immersion. Like there's one section where you have the rest of your team defending against stormtroopers that are like constantly bombarding, and then you have one person off in the distance trying to open like the door with like a keypad, and everything on the keypad is there in real life. It just doesn't have any of the Star Wars flair that the VR is providing.
Right.
So it was just so fucking immersive. Everything about it was insanely I was in a status of like glee and just looking at everything and moving around, touching things. Like they had one point where there's like a droid there and you could reach up.
Oh yeah, K2SO.
Yeah, they had him, and they also had like a black R2D2. I don't know what his name was.
I forgot what.
But they had that. Yeah, they had the tall droid from the security droid from Rogue One. That he was kind of like he talked to you and shit and explained everything. You can reach up if there was like an actual metallic version of him in the real world that you can feel. And like the droid, it was funny. I was playing with it and I was rubbing my hand on its head, and I was watching my hand rub on its head, and I was feeling like a metallic like R2D2 basically. I was like slapping the fuck out of it and stuff, and it's just like. Besides it being slightly glitchy because you have 4 people trying to interact. So like Antony was saying, sometimes if you're holding your gun a weird way, like your friend's hands would snap to the handle.
Yeah, because like I guess the way they got for like the program to work with the guns, like your model, is that if your hands are even anywhere close to the gun, your hands snap to the position of like, being on the grip.
Yeah.
But if you put the gun close to another person's hand, it does the same exact thing. But if the person tries to move away, it confuses it, and their arms spaghetti.
Yeah, their arms just like stretch, like straight up, like a 5-foot arm sticks out. Like
it's great.
Because we had one where we moved into like a briefing room, and we went to all sit down. It was also funny because like you can see everyone else, but it's not exactly 1-to-1. Just because the rooms might be different dimensions. So I went to go like sit in the chair, and Caitlyn was already there. So I just like slammed my ass into her. She like pushed me out of the way. But it's just like, it was so close to feeling real that like your brain just filled in the rest of the holes. Even if you did see people's arms freaking the fuck out, your brain just doesn't care at that point. Like you're there. You're there. The mission itself was really cool, what you're there to do.
Right.
There's a decent amount of gunfights that you get in, which is pretty cool. At that point, it's just kind of like a shooting rally.
And the enemies ragdoll. I don't know if you caught that, but some of the enemies ragdolled off, and it was the funniest thing.
I never saw that though.
They ragdolled to the floor, and it was so funny.
That's cool.
It killed me.
Also, like if you get hit with your chest, you got like haptic feedback in it. So if you get shot in like the side, you feel it vibrate and you feel heat. Like the pads on the suit will heat up, so you feel like you actually got shot by a blaster shot. Like, cause I had one time where there's like a dude with a Gatling gun, and he basically, Bruce, swear to God, and he basically he laid into me. Like he hit me like 4 times in a row, and it just destroyed me. And I felt like just like a shitload of heat on my side and across my chest because I got hit like 5 or 6 times. But
I didn't feel the heat from the vest, but what was cool was the heat from the room.
Oh yeah. Like when you're first getting on the lift to go over the lava planet.
That was so cool.
They have, I guess they're pumping. It's both hot air and like the smell of fire. Like it smelled like you were
something burning.
Almost like a either burning or almost probably not sulfur, but it smelled like a burning smell. So again, everything was just reinforcing the immersion, and it was all Star Wars themed. So like my dad, if he did this, he would fucking adore it because he's a huge Star Wars fan.
He would have lost his shit.
Yeah, he would have. And next time we go, I definitely want to go back and go do it. I told Hector about it, Shawn, and he's so set on doing it. He wants to do it. Maybe try and talk with him, see if you guys can all go together to do it, because it is a blast. It is super fucking fun.
Maybe I'll do that for my birthday or something.
Yeah, dude. I planned something else, though, because, again, it's maybe like a 20-minute thing, but then after that, you could hang out around Disney Springs or go somewhere else. I don't know, but it was
Disney Springs is pretty fucking boring outside of that.
Like, that was like the only thing that...
Yeah, it's all shops.
You're the only person that calls it Disney Springs, man. Everybody else just calls it Downtown Disney because that's what it used to be before they tried to give it a personality lift. Nobody likes calling it Disney Springs because it's fucking douchey. You didn't know any better, so I'm not angry or nothing. I'm just Disney Springs is fucking douchey. It's downtown Disney. Don't give Disney the fucking the happiness of accepting their douchey name.
But yeah, it's an awesome fucking thing. Super cool, and I just want more of stuff like that. Like if they take it where it wouldn't work this way, obviously, because they have to recreate in the real world, but maybe like set it up where this is far into the future, but like modules. So you say like, I want to do this level, and then the whole room inside shifts out, almost like something out of a video game.
Didn't I tell you about this before, man?
I mean, they have like one that they have. I've seen the one you're speaking of. That's like a team deathmatch shooter. That's VR related, and I've seen that it. Oh, I don't know. Then I know you told me about one that was like it was like a team. Someone told me something about like a team deathmatch one where you get groups of people with VR sets and everyone goes in and you're actually like playing like a round of COD and you can change the theme. So they have like sci-fi, post-apocalyptic. Oh,
perhaps the guys who own BattleTech, the ones who made the MechWarrior games back in the day on computer, have a VR center, old school, up north in I want to say it's Detroit or somewhere in Michigan maybe or Chicago. No, it's in Chicago, and they've got a VR MechWarrior where you get into a cockpit and the cockpit closes, and the thing actually elevates a few feet off the ground and takes steps. So every step the mech you're in takes, you feel it. The whole thing vibrates. The cockpit's complicated. There's sticks and buttons everywhere. Then they've got another one in that same building on another floor where it's like a combination of... Cause you got 3 positions in each team. I don't remember if you have 6 players or 12. But you have 2 sides. One person's a runner. Another one's like a gunner. And then the third person's something else. The idea is to get the ball into the other person's goal. And you have one person that runs around the outside in this lane doing one thing. You've got one person trying to shoot whoever has the ball. And then you've got another person who grabs the ball and takes off with it. I don't remember that one very well. But that was a load of fun. And they've just put up a building now. I think the building's actually like 7 stories tall. They've only got the VR in 2 floors so far. But they've saturated the floors with sensors and cameras. They put, just like you were talking about with the droid and shit, there is props all over the place. Mm-hmm. If you walk through without a helmet on, all you see is these oddly colored props. Every helmet has a camera on the outsides and sensors that will pick up this AR shit. And when you walk into a room, if there's a large purple square on the wall, and around that purple square is like a picture frame just glued on the wall, you have the helmet on, you're looking at a window, and outside of the window is lava and fire, or there's fish, or you're looking at a TV. You know, like, it gets used for different things. And then there'll be buttons on walls that are actual buttons, but when you're wearing the helmet, you see a data pad, same kind of thing. They have modular walls that are on wheels that they can slide around to change the layout.
Yeah.
Some. And then you've got these haptic feedback guns that vibrate, that you can reload. They've got like these scent things that will put smells in the air. But the only 2 levels that are working right now is a first-person shooter level, where you're hunting an alien or something. It's like survival horror / shooter. And I don't remember what's on the first floor. I think that one's like a deathmatch, like a virtual laser tag. But it combines the AR stuff with like what you can touch and feel, but you're doing the same thing. You're wearing a vest and a mask.
Yeah.
And so that kind of shit is building, because what they have, that one with the modular walls and shit, that's a step beyond what Disney's doing. But that one's also like $50 a pop.
Yeah. All right. So, Halloween Horror Nights. Let's go over favorite moments real quick, because we're almost like an hour in already and we still got a decent amount to cover. Yeah. So, we'll go over...
My favorite moments nights were you guys, man. Straight up. Just hanging out with you guys. Fucking I met a new person and she's just as cool as everyone else.
Oh, Kayla? Yeah, she's awesome.
Yeah, Kayla was fucking cool as shit too, so she fit right in with you guys.
Yeah, we've been friends for a very long time. Like middle school-esque. Like late middle school, early high school.
Yeah.
Yeah. Overall, I'm thinking it was awesome getting to see you too, Shawn, and hang out, and go through a few fucking cool houses. I am quite a bit of a scaredy cat. So is Antony, and so is Caitlyn.
I didn't notice. I never once saw you scream for no reason and jump into a wall or knock over.
Hey man,
those innocent people.
Those fucking employees.
Oh my God!
They scare you, man. God, that was so stupid.
It was just a house staff member, dude.
It was, yeah. And you know what it was? Caitlyn jumped. She scared the shit out of me. I looked to see what scared the shit out of her. I didn't see it. And then I look in front of me, and there's a white dude there with black outfit. Scared the fuck out of me. And I look, and it was funny because he looked at me and he smiled because all I did was look at him and then scream like a girl for half a second until I realized that I'm looking at a staff member. It was fucking stupid.
Just a regular dude.
Oh, yeah. God. It was fucking hilarious is what it was. Like, I need to walk behind you every time. Yeah. Normally, I'd say walk behind a girl because she's going to back into you and ask for protection. But in this case, walking behind Kyle is too much fun.
Yeah, be careful because Caitlyn's form of holding on to you was ripping the flesh off of your arms because that's what she.
Oh, I saw that shit too.
Every time she screamed, she tugged on me like if she was trying to snap a bone in half. The
worst part was when you were behind me, and I was supposed to be up front, and Kayla squeezed up front, so I was behind her. You kept ramming your dick into my ass.
Hell yeah, dude.
And then I got pushed into her ass. And I was very pointedly trying desperately not to do that. I just met this chick. The last thing that needs to happen is that. No, and dude. Every 5 seconds, I was like just ramming right into her. And I'm like, I should probably say this in advance. I apologize what's coming because Kyle's already hit me in the ass like 4 times. And chances are I may just run. And then right when I was saying that, you just made it as awkward as possible.
Hell yeah, dude.
Like, so.
I was clinging onto your ass for dear life, dude. I need something.
Yeah, you were.
I need something squishy to hold on to, man. Fuck. I was scared. I needed
Holy
warmth.
Shit.
Yeah.
And that fucking spider bit when
Holy shit, dude. I didn't even get hit by that. But just seeing it scared the fuck out of me because I fucking hate spiders, dude. Antony.
That thing was terrifying.
You saw it? It hit you?
I think it didn't hit me, but I saw it.
Uh-huh.
And it was terrifying.
Fuck, dude. Because that was super claustrophobic. In Poltergeist, they had something like where you're being like pushed out of a womb practically. That shit was super claustrophobic. Yeah. And then Bruce. And then in the Tales, there's like a Twisted Tales one. They had the Ariel segment where they had like basically a single file line with seaweed on each side, and the people were popping in and out of the seaweed. That claustrophobia tight spaces fuck with me.
Got me good.
Damn. Yeah, it was fucking insane.
I'm pretty sure almost everything. The only one that I didn't see surprise anyone, because everything else seemed to get you guys pretty swell, but that one fucking really weak ass one, I didn't see it surprise anyone. And then Caitlyn was like, "Yeah, they got me like once or twice, sort of."
Which one was that? I'm trying to think.
Oh God, it was the really shitty one, the slaughterhouse one or whatever.
What was the theme? What was the theme?
That one fucking annihilated Antony though. It was the one where it was like the parodies.
You gotta be fucking kidding me.
The parodies. The parodies. Remember when
the fairy tales?
You looked into the retinal scanner and the wall opened up. That's because he was caught off guard for that one though. There was basically a hatch in the wall, right? Or you explained it. Fucking happened.
Yeah, I saw it. I walked past it when it was closing.
It's a frame with a line, a black line going through it, and then a dot on top of that line, and then words at top that say, "Look here." Mm-hmm. So my dumbass decided to look at the black dot, and then the black line underneath that black dot was hiding a separation line. So that frame that picture, that canvas, was actually 2. So I looked into it, and the thing opened up, and a dude came out. I don't even remember saying what it was. All I know is someone came out. It could have been one of the staff members. It could have been fucking Barney. I don't know, but it scared the absolute shit out of me.
Speaking of Barney, the first night that we went there, we went on Seeds of Extinction, which is one of the ones that go in the back, and you have to go through Barney's land to get there. So they had the whole ride off besides a few lights to add to like the creepiness factor kind of thing. Yeah. And it was just Barney at the statue with his hands up, but no lights shining on him. So he almost looked like an ode to like summoning some kind of evil deity or some shit.
It's like that Elmo meme.
Oh yeah,
but with Barney.
Yeah, exactly. It was fucking funny. It's like I knew it all along. It was Barney, the one that did it. He started it.
They used to decorate the statue with like gore and stuff hanging from his hands, but then I guess contractually they weren't allowed to do that, so they stopped.
Yeah, it's like don't you make fun of Barney.
Damn.
All right, yeah, even though Barney's relevancy ended 20 some odd years ago.
Yeah, it's strange.
I don't know anyone of any age that is not a parent themselves now who remembers growing up with Barney. Like that was after y'all. I mean, that was before y'all's time. You guys had boobas and shit.
I had Barney.
I don't know where the.
I had Barney. I went to a Barney show.
I did watch Barney because I was terrified of him as a kid.
I love
my
Barney.
Parents. You would watch things you're terrified of?
Yeah, it was something we found out, and we didn't watch Barney all the time. But I remember Barney being on TV when I was a kid because he terrified me. The Teletubbies did the same. Fuck the Teletubbies. These things were fucking creepy.
Teletubbies are fucking horrifying.
Something the surrealness of like a baby-faced son. That shit also got me, dude. I was just like completely creeped out every time I watched that shit. Someone was fucking, they're on something when they made that stuff. So let's see, a few more things. We found out that apparently Rip Ride Rocket is a fucking secret song list.
Oh my god, we need to spread the word about that.
With one of those songs being asking Andrea. Oh my god. Calm down. A Breaking Benjamin song, The Diary of Jane, and just getting that shit. And it's cool because all the custom songs still work with the coaster.
Yeah.
The way, because they cut them to a degree where they'll go with like the ups and downs like they do with the normal songs. There's like a list of 200 additional ones that are hidden, and you can't use it for like the just stupid music video bullshit they do at the end. You can't use it for any of that. But if you basically just hold the Rip Ride Rocket thing at the top of the song selection on the pad for like 10 to 15 seconds. God forbid Caitlyn just didn't know what the fuck she was doing. She could not get it to work no matter what.
She went on the ride an extra time to do it.
She even did it as a single rider and still was unable to get it to work. And if you let go after like the 15 seconds, a little keypad will pop up. You put in the code for the song that you want. You can just type in Rip Ride Rocket secret songs. I don't know. Do they have a Rip Ride Rocket in California as well?
Good question.
I don't know. Because they have a Universal in California.
Care. Yeah, they do.
I had no idea. But just because not everyone lives so close to Florida. But next time you go to Florida, I know there is one there. You can Google it, like Rip Ride Rocket secret songs, and they have a whole list. They have like Eminem on there. What else did you see on there?
Megadeth is on there.
Megadeth. Wasn't there a song by... what's that group that everyone liked that does metal? One of their albums, was it called like Ride the Lightning or something like that?
Metallica.
Fuck, dude. That word escaped my mind. Metallica has some Metallica music on there too.
How did you fuck up on Metallica? Seriously.
Not a fan. How about that? Fuck.
How are you not a fan of Metallica?
I don't know. I just don't listen to their music.
I don't like Breathing. Breathing sucks. It's for losers.
I've never gone out of my way to listen to their music. The only songs I know are ones that were like in other medias, like that one in Guitar Hero 3. Was that One?
I don't drink water. Water's for pussies.
It's called One, right? The one that was in Guitar Hero 3.
Yeah, the song?
It's one of their best songs.
I had no idea.
Remember?
No.
I played the shit out of that in Guitar Hero 3.
Mm-mm.
Okay, well.
I only own like every Metallica album that's ever been printed, so.
Okay, so we'll go around. We'll go around real quick again. Let's actually do, like, besides hanging out with us, Shawn, a moment that stuck out to you so we can move on, because I don't want to sit on this forever. Either a house that you really liked, thought was really cool, You could do like 2 or 3. It's up to you. A house that you like that was really cool, a moment that you like was really cool, or something that you will remember moving forward. We'll start with you, Anthony.
The fucking clowns.
The clowns. Killer clowns from outer space.
Killer clown.
Fuck those clowns.
From outer space.
Made me so uncomfortable.
Anthony hates clowns with a passion. And Kayla was able to get like 3 to gangbang him while we were trying to get
practically 4. That last one came up, and I'm like, nah.
Yeah.
Walked away.
Every time we walked to that zone, Kayla was behind all of us, like pointing at you to like the actors.
Oh my
she really
God.
wanted to fucking get you, dude. Yeah, they fuck with you.
I'm pretty sure I sped ran one of them.
I remember you. You sped ran out of a few of the houses too.
Oh yeah.
What was the one that you sped ran out of and you still fucking got hit on the way out? I don't remember which one it was, but it might have been Stranger Things. Was it a Demogorgon at the end?
Yes, it was a Demogorgon.
Yeah, you went the whole ass out at the last second and still get hit. I like saw you like physically recoil as you were running.
He watched it back away. He saw it come out, knew it was there, ran by it, still screamed like a bitch.
That was 90% of Caitlyn's encounters. I heard that throughout all the houses I hear, she's like,
great at it.
She's like, I see you back there. It still pops out and still fucking gets her. That'd be half of the encounters.
I heard her narrating her adventure. That was probably one of the best parts.
Yeah, telling everyone, oh, hello there. How are you?
Yeah. That was oh, hello there. Wave, jumps out, screams, claws half of Kyle's face off.
Yeah. Good times. So, the clowns, do you have any others?
And the hammer game, the carnival game.
Oh, the fucking carnival game.
Yeah, that's where I got Derp, Slurp, and Merp.
Yeah, we got Derp, Flurp, and Merp.
Wow. Yeah. Wait. Yeah.
No, was there a Flurp?
No, there was a Slurp.
It was Slurp. It
Derp,
was
Slurp the skeleton.
Yeah.
Derp, Slurp,
Get it
and
right,
Merp.
God.
Yeah, dude.
Merp's sitting in the passenger seat of my car.
Nice.
He just chills there. I have the seatbelt on him. People look over and they laugh because
Merp the A. Lamau?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So we won a doofy ass like shark/whale thing with gigantic eyes that had like a galaxy print on it. We won almost like a
neon.
Day of the Dead neon skeleton thing with the fat ass head, and the final thing was an inflatable alien. If you want to see exactly what it looks like, Google A. Lamau meme, and that skeleton is exactly what it looks like
alien.
Really skinny and lanky with a fat ass head alien, like typical like cartoony representation of an alien.
It's great. They're called grays.
And he looked high as fuck because the way they drew him. So he was A. Lamau, like.
He had a tiny ass mouth. And his eyes
like a
were
really
so big.
fucking huge. Yeah, dude. Nancy almost got in trouble on the way out of the fucking park.
Dude, fuck that security, man. He could fight me.
We're on the way out, and this man was offering A. Lamau to one of these.
No. One of the scarecrow was he.
Explain yourself.
Held his arms out like this and did like a beckoning motion, like he wanted to hold it. Okay. So I'm like, here you go. And he kept on going like this. I'm like, it's right here. And I shook it in front of his face in case he didn't see it. And then I'm like, okay, whatever. I guess he can't technically grab it from me. So I move ahead. Like I move along. And the security comes up, taps me on the shoulder. He's like...
He doesn't tap you. He like grabs.
Oh yeah, he grabbed my shoulder. Like, that's right.
Hey there.
He's like, you can't do that. I'm like,
do that. Can't mess with him.
I'm like, do what? He's like, you can't mess with him. I'm like, I wasn't messing with him. He's like, don't mess with him.
It was a mutual effort.
Yeah.
He was playing along.
But whatever. That guy was being a dick about it. I was on my way out, so guess what? Didn't ruin my night.
Yeah, there you go. It's a good way of looking at it. That was fun though, winning those things. And like the third time we came back, the lady was like, "Weren't you guys here like 2 hours ago?" Or like, maybe. No. They don't care as long as you. Yeah.
Yeah. If anything, they want all their fucking like things to go by.
Yeah. It also kind of generates hype when you hear the bell go off and like people are walking by.
Yeah. Especially if you ring it 3 times in a row.
Yeah, dude. Ooh, strong man, baby. It's all about that form.
It was all about that form.
Yeah, there was one dude that was buff as fuck, but he just wasn't handling the hammer properly, so he could not get the bell to ring whatsoever.
No.
Yeah.
Handling the hammer.
It's all about form, guys.
Oh, yeah.
It's all about form.
Yeah, I saw your form the one time when you got fucking cocky.
Oh, yeah. That third time, you rang it twice real quick, and the third time didn't even wind up, just went to go slam it, and it went to
It's
like 7.
because you have to stop, look back at us, saunter for a moment, smile, like, I got this, doesn't even look and starts swinging, then turns his head, and then gets like 90% of the way. It's like, no.
God damn it.
Big oof, big oof.
Big oof.
Right.
Yeah.
Cool.
That was classic.
Shawn, do you have any 2 things that...
Oh, yeah, dude.
Go ahead.
The subway train was
Why you gotta do
impressive.
this?
I really liked how they did that with the black and white colorations. So I thought the subway set piece was a really good one. They even did the vibrations, and they had the lights sliding by and the flickering to make it actually feel like it was in motion. And then the room right afterward where they had the black and white, that hallway where it was just the way it was painted and the way the lighting was on the paint to make the room just look like it was moving, the optical illusion. Like, that was impressive. I remember sitting there and saying that out loud, and then Antony was like right behind me. He's like, yeah, dude, this is fucking cool. Because like the way they did that reminded me of that riverboat thing they had last year, which gave you this feeling like you were walking on like a 40-degree incline, like a half sunken boat.
Oh yeah, they did something like that with
optics going on in this one.
Yeah, they did something like that with Seeds of Extinction too. Like at one point you're on top of a house and there's like a slant in the roof.
Oh yeah, that was great.
Was super cool. They couldn't have any scares there though, because if you scared someone, they fell and bust their ass and you'd be liable. But it was cool because it was like you're in the middle of a hurricane. That'd be fantastic.
Yeah. It was good, man. I really like that one. Another favorite moment. Probably the how I think it was the dead one.
Oh,
where
yeah, dead exposure.
Absolutely every single fucking one of you except for me was screaming and jumping every 2 seconds. Like, I mean, I think that might have been the one with the fucking subway train.
Yeah, that was dead exposure.
Like, everyone was just squealing and jumping. Like, Caitlyn was terrified. You were terrified. Fucking Antony would see it coming and still be terrified.
Exactly.
The only one that I didn't see freaking out all the time was Kayla, and obviously I wasn't because I'm a fucking haunted house master. The only time I jumped was when somebody would stick something right in front of my face, and I would jump to avoid fucking hitting it. It was like a hand twice. They would just be like, ah! And they stick the hand out, and I'd be like, whoa, whoa! It's very close. Almost with the face. Like, that was almost hit the face, man.
Yeah, be careful. If you would have touched me, I could have sued you.
And then that one time when I was staring at that one girl's ass, the fucking scantily clad scare actor, and the other guy parked his ass right in front of me and just walked backwards until I turned around. And then I immediately jumped because I thought I was going to fucking run into him.
One thing we can say, praise be for the Halloween Horror Nights thoughts.
Yes,
yes.
That's
Always,
absolutely
dude.
right.
Every theme park is Thought Central, and it's wonderful for that.
That's right.
Oh, I'm glad you guys.
That was great.
Oh yeah, and my other favorite moment, because we got 3. You said I only get 2, but Antony had 3. My other favorite moment was when we all got to hang out next to the locker because somebody, I won't mention any names, Antony, forgot what locker he was in and could not get the locker open. And then told them the wrong locker, so we got to have like a little bit of guy time up there while we were waiting.
You want to explain?
For them to come open.
You want to explain why, Antony, that you didn't have your method to opening the locker?
Yeah. Why is it that you couldn't get into the locker, Antony? Please refresh me.
Well, I was hanging on to the ticket that they gave me.
Okay.
And
okay.
And I held it in my hand.
In your pocket? Did you?
No. I held it in my hand.
No, not in your pocket. Okay.
I have an iron grip.
What did you do after that? What did you do after you iron gripped the ticket? Tell me.
So with my iron grip, we went up into the top of the roller coaster, and then the roller coaster dropped.
You went on the roller coaster with it in your iron grip hand, right?
Yes, that is absolutely right.
Okay. So we're on the coaster, and then what happened?
The coaster drops.
Uh-huh.
And then halfway through the roller coaster, I think it was on the loop, my hand just goes, whoo. and it just opens.
So your iron grip hand un-iron gripped itself. Then is that how that worked?
Yeah, it just went. Woo.
Woo.
Like the sound effect.
It really was like that. It was. Let me tell you, it was pretty magical. Like my hand opened up, and then because it was 0G at the moment that I let go, it was just floating in my hand, and I'm looking at it, and I'm like, "Wow, this is great." And then all of a sudden, gravity came back, and it just fucking zoomed out into it. Like, it was crazy. It was awesome.
I just loved every time he had to explain to a staff member or someone that he lost the ticket on the roller coaster, they would pause for the
second guy
and give him this look like, wait, really?
The second guy, the guy in the yellow shirt, he just looked at me. He's like, "So you brought it on the roller coaster with you?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "And you didn't put it in your pocket?" I'm like, "No." The face he gave me after I said no, it was just like, he looked so disappointed.
Why would I do that? Like, why would I need to put it in my pocket where I could hold it in my perfectly good iron grip hand?
Exactly.
Like, and you why poor guys.
And in all honesty, I thought I wasn't gonna need it.
What, the ticket?
No.
What do you mean you weren't gonna need the ticket? You need to get in the fucking locker.
They told you.
I thought they could just fucking open it right there. They saw me put it in there.
They told you when they gave you the ticket you needed to open the locker.
Oh, I heard them mumble something to me, and I was too embarrassed to.
How many drinks are we into this?
A few. I don't know. I lost count after like 4 of those
like the
things.
4th or 5th refill. So was that like 10 to 12 shots, something like that?
Something like that.
Oh, okay.
It was a pretty good amount. That roller coaster felt pretty good.
Yeah. Now I can see why the ticket wasn't a priority. Okay.
Oh, and the.
Go ahead.
Hello.
Then kicked out of line. Make it to the top. He gets kicked out for the pen.
Wait.
One more time because you lagged out.
I had my fucking vape pen on me.
Oh, yeah.
And I made it through the metal detector. The metal detector went off, and they asked me what was in my pocket, and I showed them, and they're like, no, you gotta go. You gotta go put that in the locker. So everyone watches me, knows why I have to go to the locker. The whole crew, all y'all fucking watch me. Walk all the way out. Had to go, do a locker, dump all my shit in the fucking locker, walked all the way back up. We make it to the top. And then the worst part is after he gets busted, he's like, yeah, I thought maybe it might be smart to go with Shawn and put it in the locker. But then it was like, no, they liked me better and let me keep it. So I figured I was good.
And
I'm like, where's the solidarity?
How did they see that you had your whatever, your vape on you, Antony? Is because you hit that fat rip right before we got on.
I went to go vape, man, and
they saw me until they were looking, and I was like, "Hey guys, what's up?"
Like, the guy just strolls up. He's like, "Hey, what is that? Is that metal?"
Oh my god!
God damn it!
There we go. What
he just strolls up to us too. That was great.
Yeah, he did. Like, I thought he was walking up to get just like talk or something. Like, hey, I like your shirt.
Another one of those.
Thanks for coming to the park.
Yeah. All right.
God damn it.
Think my top 2 or 3. Again, the Void was probably number 1. That whole experience blew me away. It was fucking awesome. Number 2 on the park, I'm thinking something that was fucking funny. Oh, Kayla sneaking in her fucking turkey leg onto the Rip Ride rocket, like on Saturday night. We were just chilling out, hanging out, and Kayla bought a turkey leg knowing we were going to get on the Rip Ride rocket. She loves turkey leg. That's like her favorite thing from Halloween Horror Nights. And so it just cut to, she went up to ask, first of all, hey, can I bring this on? They're like, as long as you finish it first, you'll be good to go. And just cut to Kayla in line with this fucking gigantic piece of meat, holding on to it, munching away at it, and everyone is looking at her.
Yeah.
Like, everybody's looking at her.
I saw that. That was so...
this huge fucking turkey.
Fucking funny. A guy asked if you could have a bite, too. You don't remember that?
What happened?
Remember the guy that asked if he could have a bite?
Oh, yeah. That was while we were by the lockers.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
But still.
That was funny. Yeah, she could pack away food. But we went to that Donut King place.
I don't know where the fuck she puts it all.
I have no idea. All right. You okay with it, Antony?
I'm fine.
Okay.
I'm fine. I am fine.
Why do I know what he's thinking right now?
I am fine. No,
pretty
I'm
sure
going to keep it to myself. No worries.
Yeah, I know what you're fucking thinking, man.
Okay.
All right.
Moving on.
I agree.
Yeah, I agree. Please.
Moving on.
Okay. All right. Jesus fuck. So I'm thinking one other thing. I really like the houses. I think my favorite house, again, was Dead Exposure. I thought it was cool. It was varied, unique. It was freaky out. It was freaky.
Freaky out.
Yeah, dude.
Really,
yeah, it was freaky.
Really freaky out.
Yeah. So it was a fun
No,
time.
freaky out. He didn't say freaky. All right, he said freaky out. Get it right.
Yeah.
God,
good time though. The drive home was an interesting story. Now I was out for the drive home, Antony.
Dude,
do you mind explaining what happened to freak you guys out on the way home?
Okay, well,
this was like 4:30 in the morning, 3:30, something around there, driving home.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So I don't know where we are. We're a little bit north of Orlando.
South.
South. I can't.
Directions are awful with Antony.
I can't direction. Sorry. Anyways, we're south of Orlando, and the GPS is taking us on like this solitary road with no lights, and it's just woods everywhere. And like you look into the distance, it's just pitch darkness. So me and Caitlyn, because I was Caitlyn's ride buddy because she was driving.
Wingman.
Yeah, basically. So I was there talking to her, and we're looking around, and we're like, man, this is a little unnerving. Like, there's nothing around us. There's zero lights, and there's no cars. Like, we're by ourselves out here. Like, we could just, if the car stopped.
Were you on the turnpike?
No, we were getting there.
I don't know where we were. But anyways, we were already a little, like, sketched out by that. And then we see something in the road, and it's like this red, like, pinkish lump of well, we came to find out it was like an animal of some kind. So it's like this
used
pink
to be.
Yeah, exactly. It used to be. It's just a mound of flesh. It looked like meatloaf. Really raw meatloaf. And she tried to like swerve out of the way a little bit, but we still ran over something and it popped, and that was so fucking scary because we don't know what it was, and it popped, and was nasty. And then the rest of the trip, like the ride through that, like whatever, like street or area, was just weird after that. Like there's like fog. Like at one point there was just a single wall of fog, and it took us like 2 seconds to get through it, but it was just like one little, like, it was basically a wall I can't explain it any other way. And that one was also creepy because it just came out of nowhere. It creeped us both out. After that, we finally got to what was the highway that we got to? After
Turnpike.
That, was it the Turnpike?
We're going to the Turnpike.
Okay, like I said, I can't direction, but it was creepy.
Yeah,
it woke you guys up a couple times.
Yeah, because you guys were like fucking talking about like murder and we're all gonna die and shit. You get woken out of a sleep trying to rest. Trying to rest in the back seat.
That was also a highlight.
Yeah, that caffeine gum saved us, Shawn.
Oh, I think it was the caffeine gum. Man, I don't know what was in that gum, but I swear, me and Caitlyn were like tripping up in the front. We're like, man, this caffeine gum has some kind of like other drug in it.
Yeah. All right. So
I bought 2 packs of that shit for the express purpose of just in case you guys needed it on the way back.
Yeah, we definitely did. We got home.
Glad I did.
We got home at like 7 in the morning, around there. So Kate only had like 2 hours before she had to go open at work. Felt bad, man. But we're all good. It was an awesome trip. It's good to actually see you and hang out with you in person, Shawn. The whole trip as a whole was very fun, and we enjoyed it a lot. So I'm excited that we actually decided to do it, and definitely looking forward to doing it again in the future.
Yeah, we got to do more of that. And like, to be fair, I'm gonna have to start working my way down there too.
Yeah. We'll figure stuff out. So that's that. Let's move on into our mailbag. An hour and 15 minutes in. So we're gonna go through these. None of them are too deep. We're just gonna provide answers real quick to them.
Cool.
Because I went onto our Discord. I'm like, guys, we're recording the podcast tonight. I need content. Hit me up with some questions, and they responded. I appreciate that. So the first one will be from Carlos Perez Skates in our Discord. He says, "Marry one, fuck one, and kill one."
Okay.
We have we have Deku, All Might, and Deku's mom.
Okay, is it okay? So fuck, marry, kill.
Yeah, fuck, marry, kill, and then Deku, All Might, and Deku's mom. How have you go first, Anthony? Fuck, marry, kill.
Well,
right, is this like pre-retirement or like after retirement?
This is their
which one are we talking about?
Oh, I don't know. This is their current. Usually, when you do it, it's their current state. The person's current state.
Okay, so I guess I would have to. Well, wow.
It's hard.
Yeah.
You have to kill Deku because if you fuck or marry him, you're a pedophile. So that's one for you.
Yeah, I guess you gotta do that.
Kill Deku.
Yeah,
That's gonna be hard. And you're gonna ruin the story. So this is all
I'm gonna have to kill Deku.
There's no way winning this situation.
All right, so now, do I either want to fuck All Might or marry All Might? I can't deal with it.
I never thought I would hear. Do I have to fuck or marry All Might? Like,
What happened?
Anthony knocked off the
never saw
fucking
that.
pop filter with his laughter, dude. Oh shit. Wait, time out. Alright.
The laughter of angels.
Alright, you're good. No? Alright, you're good. Stop fucking smacking the mic. It's there to
Sorry.
record your voice, not give you companionship.
Exactly.
Alright.
So I'm gonna have to decide whether or not to marry or
Fuck All Might.
fuck All Might.
Yeah.
He seems like a pretty good housewife, so I'm gonna have to
Marry All Might.
marry All Might
And fuck Deku's mom.
Yeah, but I just want to like grab her and like protect her. She's so like adorable.
Yeah.
God. Yeah, that's my answer.
What about you, Shawn?
Well, considering I don't have to fuck who I marry, I think I can get out. I think I can figure this out.
Alright.
All right, so this is what I'm going to do. All right, I am going to. What do I have to do first? The fuck one?
Whatever one you want, it doesn't matter. As long as you
All right.
answer all three.
I'm going to fuck Deku's mom.
Okay.
I'm going to kill All Might because he's already old. And I'll marry Deku, but never fucking touch him and keep him in another goddamn house.
Okay. That's
Damn.
I think
There we go.
Is he your mistress?
I think that still nets you a pedophile status, but I'll take it.
Yeah, but at least this way I don't have the blood of a child on my hands. That's what I'm thinking of. Anthony can walk around with the blood of a child on his hands for the rest of his life. You stupid, you twisted, evil fuck you. But me, I'm going to let him live his life. He can go and sleep with other people. I'm never going to fucking touch him. He's going to go, he's going to grow up, he's going to live a long life. In Anthony's world, he murdered you, but I let you live. Remember that. Pay me royalties or something. I don't give a fuck, but go do your thing while I'm over here banging your mom on All Might's corpse. Okay, that's what's going to happen here.
I like that. It sounds like a metal music video. I think I'll pick probably. I think I'm still gonna kill Deku because I'm not marrying or fucking a child.
Fucking psychopaths.
I think I will. I think I have to go with Antony's choice. Marry All Might and fuck Deku's mom. Oh wait, no. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that what you did?
Yeah.
The end result was everyone fucked Deku's mom.
Yeah, dude. All right, so let's do if you can fuck one of the characters from My Hero.
Bakugo's mom.
So quick.
Holy shit. There wasn't even like this is a thought that has already happened. Like Anthony rounded this base a long time ago.
Shit.
Jesus.
I didn't even finish my fucking sentence. This man's like, Bakugo's mom.
Did you not see her? God.
Okay. What about you, Shawn?
Yeah, I saw her.
Let's assume.
I think she looks too much like Deku. I mean, not Deku, but she looks too much like Kachan for me.
Oh, yeah.
No.
All right. Now
she does look good, though.
For this one, we'll assume that everyone's of legal age, and you will not get in any trouble for whoever you pick.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. Well, she's already of legal age, but I'm saying if you were to pick one of the classmates, because I don't want this to get any weird territory. This is everyone's legal age.
You're already pushing it into weird territory, man. I don't know if we can get much weirder.
I am safe, so good luck, guys.
Your turn, Shawn.
I don't know, man. It's kind of all equal to me. I mean, Slug Girl has lubricant. And
it's acid.
Invisible Girl, you get to kind of see your nut when it happens, which is kind of cool. And,
wait. What would you be able to see it, or would you just would your penis would just disappear inside? Would you do like
you could see through her? You wouldn't be able to see through if that was the case. You could see through her. You would see your penis inside of her. And then you see your
so all of her is transparent.
That would be fucking amazing. You can feel vagina, but there's nothing there. You know.
Well, there's something there. You just don't see it.
Or the headphone girl who fucking loves music, or Frosh, who's like one of my most favorites, just because of her character.
Who?
Frappy,
Frog girl.
Frappy. I love
yes,
Frappy.
Sue.
But yeah, I'm a big fan of Frappy. And or Gravity Girl, because I can never remember her fucking name, but she's voluptuous. Yeah. But ultimately, I think I'd probably settle with a girl who can pull anything out of her body, because the different ways that I can think to use that for fun is innumerable.
She's got a super long name. What the fuck is her name?
Yeah. She's also rich, which is
super rich.
What is her name?
She's rich, and like, dude, in the middle of a fucking, we can just be banging, and I can be like, hey babe, grab the butt plug, and then out of her tip, she pulls a butt plug and just pop it into her.
Pop it into her? What?
Do you have can you get me a beer? And then she just reaches into her ass and pulls out a beer. Like, how is that a bad
Isn't that great?
Anyway?
I'm not gonna lie.
It's fucking fantastic.
As much as
I could have her reach in and pull out Frosh, and then I've got two girls.
There you go. I don't know how that works, but
I don't either. I don't even know if that would work. But I'm just saying, like, she has the most possibilities, so I'd probably go with her. But it's not for personality.
No, I like Toga, Himiko.
Yes, that was gonna be my second choice.
The assassin bitch. That's crazy. She'd most likely kill you after she fucks you.
Oh, fuck that! No, hell no.
Yeah,
no.
It's all about those yanderes.
I personally am not a fan of yanderes, but I like the look of her character. I think she's really cool, and we fortunately haven't seen enough of her. You just like maybe once in a while see her in a scene, and she
acting all crazy.
She took some of Deku's blood recently, so we'll see something going on there.
Yeah,
she needs, because I know
that was her right when the hero was using different powers. Yeah, when she was using a different set of powers, like she was using one thing, and the next thing she's able to change forms. No, that doesn't work that way.
Because I know
you don't have heroes with two drastically different powers like that.
Yeah, because I know she needs the blood to create the disguise.
Yeah, but I think she can control people who she eats their blood, or something like that.
I thought her perk was
she did some shit to Uraraka. Remember when she was holding her down?
Well, that's just because she was talking shit to her. She was getting in her head. But she
had her blood.
Yeah, but she needs her blood to make the disguise of that. Her quirk is to disguise herself as anybody. She needs the blood of the person though in order to make that disguise.
Well, she doesn't have it for her though. I think she got it for a completely different purpose. I think she got it for what's his face.
I think that's why she needed the blood. I'm not too sure, but I know that what's his name, Stain, when he licks blood and consumes it, he paralyzes people.
Yeah.
So maybe that's what you're confusing it with. But
I'm
pretty sure she doesn't.
She did something to him.
All right, I'm fucking googling it. Y'all got me fucked up.
What her quirk is?
Himiko Toga cosplay.
Oh, what cosplay? No, search that up.
No, shut up.
No, bitch.
All right. Okay, so her perk, right? Well, she's so cute. Okay, see, quirk transform. Allows her to take on the complete physical appearance of another living being, as well as to imitate their voice by ingesting their blood. Okay, she just have to eat it, but that's what the blood is for. Duration of the transformation depends on the amount of blood she consumes, and she can shift between disguises if she has consumed more than one person's blood. She does not, however, appear to be capable of using the quirk of the person whose appearance she's mimicking. It seems
how the fuck do you find out that by drinking blood you gain somebody's power? Like,
I mean, if she's a psychopath.
She's in elementary school. She accidentally murders a child and drinks 6 gallons of their blood, and then for the next month looks like them. Like, how do you figure that shit out?
Okay, I can't look at My Hero trivia for fucking 2 hours. All right. Okay, so that's that. We really need to move forward. Fucking just throwing time out the window. All right, so we have a question. Thank you, Carlos, for your question. We appreciate it. We have another question from Sam Harris. And he says, fall is shaping up to be a spectacular time for gaming. This has me thinking, would you want to live in a world where every season would be like fall is for gaming? Imagine multiple blockbuster games every spring, summer, fall, and winter, all year, nonstop hit after hit. Would you want that to do? Would you want that, or do you think oversaturation will kill the hype and love for games? What do you think, Anthony?
I heard nothing you said.
I knew it when I looked over at you and your eyes looked up and you're just glossed over.
You just...
All right.
Oh, God.
One more time.
Joke there, but I poked enough fun at Sam last time.
So fall, right?
Yes.
Awesome video games coming out. What if all year it was just constant awesome video games coming out?
Like a steady flow
of awesome video games. Like every month you had a fucking banger coming out.
Well, one, I'd be broke.
I was going to say the same thing.
Yeah.
Two, I feel like it would take away from other games if you had one game that you really, really, really wanted. Like, you would have to prioritize.
Yeah.
Just so you don't go broke.
Yeah.
Because that break your bank pretty fast, I would say.
There'd be a lot of issues with me, at least, because I have no idea. I don't know what the word moderation is. So, and that's how... Last year was a mess because I bought every game that looks somewhat vaguely interesting. So yeah, there'd be definitely oh shit, I got to pick and choose here. I'm all for having more cool games. The thing is at least with right now, everything's like an established, or for the most part, the popular games are like an established thing. So would these be? It could be like every month a fantastic game's coming out. It's just you don't know.
Right.
Because you don't know that it's actually coming out. You don't know the name connected to it, or you're not aware of it. If every month a new IP is coming out, then that'd be interesting because you'd have to just watch reviews or some shit. I have no idea. But if it was just like, I don't know, it's weird. I am all for having more cool games that provide more cool things for more people to talk about that were cool. Quote that, put that on a t-shirt.
That's a lot of cool.
Yeah, dude. Put that shit on a t-shirt. That's going somewhere. But yeah, I think oversaturation can be bad in a lot of situations, but that's if it's the same thing. Like if we got a new Call of Duty every month, of course that'd be a horrible thing, and it would eventually kill.
Horrible thing when you get it once a year.
It would kill the love for that game. But if it was new genres, new things, new. Just again, IPs, new things coming out. I don't think it would do anything to the love or hype for games, as long as it's not the same shit we're seeing every month,
right?
Or every few months, it's the same shit. If it's new things, I welcome that wholeheartedly. It's just my backlog would scream and cry in agony because it'd be constantly getting more shit thrown on it. What do you think, Sean?
I don't see why how having great games coming out all the time could ever possibly be a bad thing. So I think that's a fantastic idea.
Yeah, I do too. I think
it would be ludicrous to sit there and think otherwise. Like, oversaturation happens no matter how many good games you have come out in a year. So I do not see a problem on any level.
Okay. All right. Again, Sam, we appreciate the question. What do you guys think? Would you want a new game coming? I don't think in this case there would be oversaturation, the way he's saying it.
Mm-hmm.
Even if there was, who cares? You're not going to be able to afford it all anyway. But you're always going to be able to find a good game, and that's awesome.
I think even now this is going on. We just don't know. Like, I think every month a really good game does come out. We're just not fully aware of the good games. Because I can't explain how many times I completely shoot past a really good indie that had come out just because I didn't know it existed. And I find it like 3 months, 4 months down the line, and there's a brand new game that I never knew existed that's fucking fantastic. So I think this does happen to some degree. It's just not in the mainstream, like it's not in like the forefront of gaming. It's stuff you have to look for, like shit like Iconoclast, Celeste, A Hat in Time, stuff like that, are like fantastic games that I really enjoy, and I had to find out about them through other means than normal advertisement or stumbling across it on a sale. It was something that I just randomly found a few months down the line. Or Anthony's favorite game of the generation, Slime Rancher.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
God, I love it.
All right, so we have one more question. This is from our boy Frosty Shake. He says it's his first question. I'm not entirely too sure. I didn't check on that, but I do appreciate it. It's him saying, what's up, guys? Long-time listener, first-time mailbagger. So on a scale of 1 to 12.65 crying Tobey Maguires, how shitty is the Spider-Man Collector's Edition? I was honestly pretty bummed when I waited till the final mission to finally open my statue and see this. And he showed some pictures. If you go to Discord, you could check all that stuff out.
I've seen the horror.
Sean's seen it, Antony, I'll show you right now. Look at this fucking... Look at this monstrosity. Oh, fuck. Wait. Jesus, Bruce.
The shitty part is I can paint. I have a paint-free Spider-Man statue, and I could paint a better statue than the Center.
He's so fucking derpy, dude.
Wait, really? That's what came in?
Yeah, dude. That's what came in it. Big oof.
Very big oof. What the hell?
All right, so let's finish this question. Sean's already seen as I was saying. I was honestly pretty bummed when I waited. Okay, I feel like the vast amount of money Sony and Marvel have, they could have whipped up something nicer. Also, shame on Gentle Giant for approving these. They made the God of War statue, so I know they're capable of more. Keep in mind this was $150 for the collector's edition. To end it on a more positive note, what's y'all's favorite collector's editions to date and why?
Wow.
I know, Sean, you have a lot more than us, so go ahead and hit me with some of your favorite collector's editions.
I have like 20 collector's editions. Are you just favorites, not least favorites? Okay. Let's see. I really liked the Stormblood collector's edition. Came with a big ass fucking square or static arts statue. A art book, was it a Blu-ray soundtrack, some other groovy shit. The Assassin's Creed 3 collector's edition came with a really nice statue. That was worth it. The Darksiders 3 collector's edition has 4 statues coming with it. An art book, a soundtrack, a bunch of like art stuff, film cells or something.
How expensive?
I tend to gravitate towards that one's $399.
Oof.
Mm-hmm. The best one, I think, my favorite one that I owned was probably. I'd probably have to go with Stormblood.
Okay.
That was probably one of my favorites. It came with just a shitload of stuff, especially the art books, like top quality, and then the statue it came with was really nice. I'm a big static arts and play arts fan, and the static arts are actually made even better than the play art stuff. The play art stuff, the joints and stuff tend to break down. The static arts are just vinyl statues. And the amount of detail and the hand painting stuff that they do with them is awesome. Oh shit! That reminds me, the Arkham City, and the Arkham Knight collector's editions. Arkham City came with was it Arkham City or Arkham Knight? Well, no, Arkham Knight came with a big ass fucking Batman statue. It was really nice. And if you got the ultimate one, which they fucked up that situation entirely, but if you got the ultimate one, you got a Batmobile that was a transforming statue. The whole fucking thing would light up, and then you could hit a button, and it would automatically transform between the different Batmobile modes.
Fuck yeah.
This is really nice. Most of your really good ones come with a statue, a soundtrack, art stuff, whether it's stills or like animation cells or things like that. And they'll come with like a little plushie. I don't know why they fucking do that. Like my Valkyria Chronicles 4 came with a fucking hat. Like a weird Pokemon-esque puppy hat thing. Fucking bizarre. Anyway, those are some of my favorites. The Arkham Knight, the Final Fantasy XIV Stormblood, and the I like the Mirror's Edge 2 one, but it didn't come with a game, which was weird.
Oh, yeah, I hate when they do that shit, because the Red Dead one's like that, too. The Ultimate Red Dead version, or Red Dead Redemption 2 game does not have the disc. Battlefield 1 was that way as well, where it did not have the disc.
Yeah, Battlefield was the first one to do that.
It's fucking stupid.
Yeah, but it came with this really pretty steelbook and the fucking statue of what's her face?
Yeah,
can't remember her name now. And I actually bought that and never got the game, but I got it on sale because like everyone was so pissed off that they didn't buy it, so I waited till it went down in price. So I got the Mirror's Edge 2 Collector's Edition for $20.
Her name's Faith. I just remembered.
Yeah, Faith. Yeah, that's right.
That was a really good game. Sadly, the second one didn't really hold up as well.
I think you're the reason why I haven't played it, gone and bought it and played it yet, because I don't want it to suck. So in my head, it's going to be as good as the first one because I haven't played it yet.
It does. Like, it doesn't suck. It's just not as good as the first one was, in my opinion.
I just don't understand how they could do that.
Making
it's
an
such
open
an
world
easy thing to replicate.
That's how you fuck that up.
The whole point was that they made you think that you knew you were in control of where you were going, but in reality, it was just, carefully manipulating player agency. It was beautiful the way they did it. You thought you were finding these creative paths, but in reality, they gave them to you.
Yeah. I'm thinking. Auntie, have you ever purchased a collector's edition before?
I'm thinking really hard. If I did, it would have to be. It would have been for Xbox 360, but I don't even think I did for that.
No.
No, but if I would have, it would have been for Resident Evil.
Which
7.
One? Oh, 7?
Oh,
I never even saw the collector's edition for that. What did it look like?
I know Saudia has it, and it comes with like this house. It's pretty big, and then it comes with a house that's also like a music box. Like you open it up and like
that's dope.
You wind it, and it plays music, and the whole house lights up with lights. And
what the fuck?
It's really fucking cool. You might want to look it up.
I think I have that.
And then it also comes with a finger flash drive.
Oh.
It's like a severed finger, and you can separate it, and it's a thumb drive.
Interesting.
It's a thumb drive.
Nice.
Actually, it was a thumb.
Oh shit.
That was great.
I think my favorite one. Oh, there's one that I wanted that I never got because it wasn't available in the States until recently, and I just haven't had the funds to get it. Was the Nier one. I liked the statue for it a lot, and I thought the box that it came in was really cool because it looked like the black boxes that they have in the game. Those little black boxes.
Yeah,
it looks just like this. It's literally called the Black Box Edition. Came with the complete soundtrack, which is really cool. Is the one I have that I got for like $40 on Amazon. That's only the partial soundtrack. It's not the entire soundtrack. There's still the hacking remixes, so all the 8-bit versions of all the music and all that stuff. I still never got to that, or I never got it. And they recently released a piano collections for all the songs, and it is fucking phenomenal. And
so they started selling the collector's edition here, or is it just you're talking about buying it online from?
I don't know if they actually distribute it in the States or if it would be going from a third-party seller. I don't know if they ever distributed it in the States. I never saw. But I also didn't follow it because I just didn't have the money. I didn't want to tempt myself. But the statue was really fucking nice. From what I saw, I could also just get the statue itself online, like from eBay or something, or find another 2B statue that's not the collector's edition because they have a shitload of them now. But I just wanted to get something like that. I've never had a statue before, and that'd be a first. But I really like the Persona 5 collector's edition too. I think everything about that the style and the art that is in the game, I think they transferred it well to the collector's edition with like the steelbook, the art book, everything. It all looked it was very well done. And I got that version for only like $90, Sean. I went back online to look at it, dude. That thing's like $300 now.
Damn, really? Why?
Our shit's worth $300?
Yeah, I don't know how. I looked on Amazon and it's $300 now. I don't know if it was a pricing error or if because the game was like super big, then they upped the value of it.
They didn't make a lot of them, but there's nothing in it that would be worth that kind of sacrifice.
I have no idea, but like straight up.
I mean, the art book was nice, and didn't it come with a little plushie thing too?
Yeah, it had a plushie Morgana, a school bag.
Yeah.
My biggest things were the steelbook and the partial soundtrack and the art book. Those are my favorite things. All right,
Yeah, there was nothing in there that drove me wild. I just bought it because I wanted it. I don't really care about what's in there.
Yeah. Well,
I like the steelbook.
I do feel you, Frosty Shake. It does suck when you spend a lot of money on something and it looks like a Happy Meals toy.
Oh God, bad, dude! Man. I told you about the Arkham Asylum one.
Yeah.
That was a rancid pile of dookie.
So.
Or the first Assassin's Creed.
So on the opposite, Frosty, what's your favorite collector's edition that you've ever purchased? And you guys out there in the community, if you've ever bought a collector's edition, what was your favorite? Let's move on real quick. We're going to blow through the rest of our shit to get to the news and main topic. First, before we move on, let's do some housekeeping real quick. I did not mention that. First, if you want to send us questions for our mailbag, you can do that through a few ways. We have Discord, which you can check that out. There'll be a link for that in the description below. We have our email. We have Twitter, hashtag TP mailbag, and on our Facebook page, you can send us things that way as well. Again, all those ways of connecting with us will be in the description below. One thing we also have started doing, which you all should know of if you listen to us regularly, is that we do Twitch streams. We've been doing them for a few months now. They are Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday at 9 p.m. to 12 a.m. to 1 a.m. Eastern. We play some games, hang out. If you want to stop by, show your support, show some love to what we're doing here at the Thought Patrol community, we'd really appreciate it. That'd be one way of helping us out. Another way is if you want to leave us an iTunes review, help us show a little bit more in podcasting rankings and stuff like that. You can leave us an iTunes review on iTunes or Apple Podcasts and wherever else that they do reviews. We'd really appreciate that. Just some constructive criticism. So let's move on into our box office tops. We have a few movies that have come out. What do you guys think is at number one? What do we think?
Box office tops right now.
Yeah, some movies that you think are kicking ass in the theaters.
Shit. The Nun? Has that come out yet?
It's been out for a while.
Well, crap.
4 weeks.
No way.
Yeah, dude. It's been 4 weeks. Okay. Sean, do you have a guess?
It's a pile of hot garbage, too.
Is it?
I think all the Conjuring movies are awful. Do you have one, Sean? A guess?
For what's big now?
Holy shit, guys. I'm about to blow your mind, but we'll get there.
Refresh me on what's out.
Night School just came out. Smallfoot, Hellfest, Little Women.
Hellfest looks absolutely amazing.
Hell, it's not. It's awful. It's fucking bad. It's so bad.
Stop ruining the man's dreams.
I just don't want him to waste money on that piece of fucking garbage.
All right.
I have no idea.
Hellfest is probably in the lead.
Okay. At number one, we have Night School, which is that Kevin Hart movie.
Which one?
Night School.
I didn't know what that was.
Night School. It's a Kevin Hart movie.
Yeah, I didn't know what it was.
Back to school.
Yeah, I get that.
Oh, I know which one. Wow, really? What?
Yeah, that's out. All right, that's pulling $27 million for the weekend, sitting at a total again of $27 million in its first week. Number two, we have Smallfoot pulling $23 million for the weekend, sitting at a total of $23 million in its first week. At number three,
I think if you like that movie, you should be embarrassed.
Bruce, can you stop eating your fucking ass on the bed over there, dude? I don't know if you guys can hear that, but my dog is literally sucking in like one of his foots, like just inhaling his asshole. disgusting. Don't look at him, Anthony. Don't give him the satisfaction. He knows he's ruining a podcast. He knows what he's doing. I see him. His eyes. I see him at night scheming. All right. At number 3, we have A House with a Clock in Its Walls, which looked awful. Sitting at $12 million for the weekend, sitting at a total of $44 million with a budget of $42 million. And at number 4, we have A Simple Favor, pulling in $6 million for the weekend, sitting at a total of $43 million in its third week. At number 5, we have The Nun, pulling $5 million for the weekend, sitting at a total of $109 million with a budget of $22 million in its fourth week.
Damn.
Hellfest did come out. It pulled $5 million in sixth place. But one thing that's also interesting, The Predator sitting in 8th place.
Wow, wait, The Predator?
Yeah.
Sitting at 8th?
It's
trash.
Anthony, it's in its third week.
Oh, okay.
So far behind.
It's also trash.
Crazy Rich Asians pulled $4 million. My parents actually went to go see that, and they said it was pretty funny.
Okay.
So that's interesting. Pulling $165 million total. I swear to God, this fucking dog.
It's just mad. He's going in on his balls.
There are no balls there.
Oh, well, he's licking that spot.
It's phantom balls. Phantom ball syndrome. He thinks they're there, but they're not. All right, but one interesting thing, like I was saying, is guess what's in 11th place, guys, that came out this week?
It came out this week.
My Hero Academia, 2 Heroes.
Oh yeah, I almost went to see that, and then
my friend invited me to go see that the other day, and I totally.
You're so loud. I'm starting to scream.
My friend from work invited me out to go, and I completely forgot that it was gonna be him and a bunch of us from work all going to see the movie, because it's playing in the theater on Miami. There's like a Regal.
Oh shit. Yeah, because when I looked, I didn't see anything, but they might have added some theaters. That's pulled almost $1.5 million for the weekend.
With the budget?
I don't know. They don't say. Sitting at a total of $3 million, and worldwide, there's no numbers for the foreign yet. So it's pulled $4 million in total so far in its first weekend, which is insane. I know we're on a slow period of movies, but to even think that an anime movie got in 11th place absolutely blows my mind. That is so fucking cool.
What's the movie on?
What's it about?
Yeah, do you know?
They go to the States, right? Or they go to an island.
No, they go to an island. It's basically a superhero expo.
Yeah, and then they have a little bit of All Might's past when he was in his prime. There's a few fights with All Might when he was in his prime. Oh. So I think
they have a little one-shot romance for Deku too.
Oh, interesting.
Do they? Oh,
I've heard that it was pretty good.
I know. I would absolutely
From what I've heard
love
from
to see
people
it.
I saw, everyone's referred to it as it was Plus Ultra.
Huh?
Everyone referred to it as Plus Ultra, so I don't really know.
The movie?
Yeah. It's funny because I just love the idea of seeing something like that with like the crowd element, with like people cheering and shit, like everyone there for the same reason that shit getting hyped up. Just like with all.
We should have gone to Orlando to see that when you guys were down here.
Yeah, we
or
should
up
have.
here.
I remember going to Regal seeing for the opening of Overwatch.
Oh yeah. When
that was like years ago.
It was like a launch event, right? And
it was a launch event.
They showed all the trailers.
Yeah, that was pretty great. And they gave everyone in the movie theater these really obnoxious blow up
like
noodles,
the clacker things.
Yeah, the clackers, and people would go absolutely nuts every single
making
time.
A fuckload of noise.
Every time Winston came out, because Harambe was still a thing. So people would go absolutely crazy. God, it was great.
That's awesome.
It's like a room full of memers.
Yeah, dude. So those are the movies. What's been going on? Super cool to see My Hero pulling that much money.
Yeah, it's great.
Although, what the fuck did we expect? This thing is gigantic. This is the biggest I've ever seen an anime get. Like it's gets past Attack on Titan's first season too, and I hope it keeps growing because I love anime as a whole, and I think of this as like a gateway drug to anime, right?
Yeah.
Where people are like, wow, this is really good. Let me look for something else, and they like search out other shows, and because there's
a bunch of those.
There's so many fucking fantastic shows that exist to anime as a genre that people haven't witnessed or experienced just because
Soul Eater
anime.
was pretty good. I think Soul Eater is one of those.
I still don't think it's past the exposure of Naruto, though. It's got a ways to go before it gets there.
Oh, well, yeah, obviously.
Yeah, but Naruto was also something that had the bonus of being on all the TVs as a kid. Like, it's like Dragon Ball Z. You just grew up with it because it was on TV and it was cool.
For us, it was the big three were Bleach, Naruto, and One Piece. Those were the three that were always on. Even though Bleach was already on and running when One Piece and Naruto came out. But actually, it was basically just Naruto and One Piece. They came out pretty much at the same time.
I remember I saw my first anime boob watching Code Geass.
I remember.
There were a few anime boobs in Code Geass.
Later in the show,
they were on the island, and what's her name, Karen?
Yeah, redhead.
Where the other dude, the supposed good guy, not Lelouch, but the supposed good guy, his like supposed friend,
the blonde guy.
He wasn't blonde, was he?
Blonde, blue
brown
hair.
hair.
Brown hairs. Oh yeah, I'm thinking
the one that did that stupid shit where he ran up the wall and like kicked a turret off the roof.
Yeah.
He pushed her down and her boobies like popped into frame. I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
And then the other chick with the long hair, long hair.
Yeah, the dark skinned girl.
Yeah.
Like the dude was taking care of him. She sat up in bed and the sheet fell down, and that was a full boob. I saw. I was like, what the fuck?
The whole boob.
The whole boob. I was like blown away as a kid. I'm like, that was a boob. It might have been a drawn boob, but it looked like a boob. My dick doesn't.
Was it on
know the
Adult
difference.
Swim? Was it on Adult Swim?
It was Toonami.
Toonami
was a part of Adult Swim.
Okay, yeah, that's right. The late hours were.
Yeah, dude.
It turned into Adult Swim.
I told you after that night, every night. I remember specifically they had that one chainsaw dude. Remember the dude with the chainsaw?
Yeah.
Earlier on, I remember that scene like vividly for some reason. I had no idea what the fuck was going on because I was only catching it here and there. I never really followed it all the way through. I remember also seeing a little bit of Foolie Cooley, the original.
Yeah, I remember
Foolie Cooley when it was on.
I remember watching.
I never fully watched all of that either. They had Ghost in the Shell.
They had Ghost in the Shell.
That's fucking awesome, man. I miss Toonami. Is Toonami still a thing? Right, it's still a thing.
Toonami's still a thing.
Yeah, because the new Foolie Cooley's on Toonami.
Is it
Progressive or whatever it's called?
No, it isn't. It's on Netflix.
I thought it was on. I'm 100% sure that they played it on Toonami too.
Netflix owns it. They bought the rights. That was the big deal.
Let me see. I was like, I'm Googling it. Back to Google.
I've got the T-shirt.
FLCL Progressive Toonami. Yeah, dude, Adult Swim. FLCL2 Progressive. It's on Adult Swim. They have it on their streaming service. And they have trailers for it that have the Adult Swim logo. So maybe they worked something out. But yeah,
or I could just be remembering things wrong.
Yeah, it was on there though. Because I remember seeing the Toonami commercial when they brought Toonami back, and that was one of the things they showed off. What are you doing?
Did they bring back Spaceman?
Yeah.
Who am I?
He looks different.
He looks different every time they bring him back.
Yeah. They do like those cool, like, remember those cool commercials where it was like almost like a pep talk that it gave you, where it had like anime scenes playing, like an inspiration.
Yeah.
They did one of those for when he came back.
Oh shit!
My dick was so hard when I watched that shit, dude.
I wish I could have seen that. I miss him.
It's on YouTube. You can watch it there.
Wasn't the new Samurai Jack on Adult Swim?
Yes.
Pretty cool.
I never watched that.
Pretty cool.
I want to rewatch the original Samurai Jack because I remember being very fond of it, but I have no idea what it was about. Besides the fact that they had some like kind of, I don't know if it was necessarily cyberpunky, but like those kind of elements like alien tech and shit like that.
Some of them were cyberpunk.
Did he go into the future or something?
Yeah.
Or was he from the future?
He was from the past, and
he went into the future.
Thrust him into the future.
Thrust him.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
All right, let's move forward. We got another fucking tangent. When I said we didn't have the time, I go on a tangent. All right. So we have some games coming out this week. A few. We have Forza Horizon 4 coming out on Xbox One, PC, October 2nd, which is today. What do you know? Fist of the North Star, Lost Paradise came out today on PS4. Mega Man 11 came to PS4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC. Came out today as well, and I have already been very angry with it. Assassin's Creed Odyssey comes to PS4, Xbox One, and PC October 5th. # copy and paste. Super Mario Party comes to Switch on October 5th, which looks exciting because it's basically because Mario Party 10, the one on the Wii U, was a piece of shit that went away from the board game idea. Yeah. Now they're bringing it back to the board game idea.
Nice.
It's coming on the Switch. Problem is,
I like that.
I don't have any fucking Switch controllers, but I have a bunch of Wii U controllers. So how the fuck am I supposed to play this game? I got to buy another 4 wireless controllers.
That's what Caesar did.
I'm not doing that shit.
He has 2 Pro controllers and two Joy-Cons, like 2 separate pairs.
Yeah.
Fucking crazy.
I wish I could just pair my Wii U controller to my Switch, but that's not the possibility.
That'd be great.
Nintendo just wants a bunch of money. Disgaea 1 Complete released on PS4 and Switch today, October 9th, which is cool. It's nice that came to console finally, at least the complete version, because I know it released on PC about around a month ago. So that was pretty cool. WWE 2K19, no one gives a shit. PS4, Xbox One, Switch, PC, October 9th.
Oh shit, I gotta pick Disgaea up tomorrow too.
Yeah, that's a cool game. I haven't bought it yet. I need to. I've only played 5, and I had no idea what was going on. But it was still a cool game though. All right, so we have a few articles, not too many. Not really too much has happened over the last week, and we have one big thing that we're going to talk about, kind of as our main topic, and not put too much time into it. But so apparently there is a video game category on Jeopardy.
What?
And the contestants did not do well at all. And the subtext for this article is literally oof.
Oof. God damn it.
This is Eddie Mackey of GameSpot. And it's basically this is just something I thought was interesting. Tonight's episode of the long-running TV game show Jeopardy featured a video games category, and the contestants, in fact, struggled. In the hard-to-watch clip, I can't play that, obviously, the contestants get almost every single question wrong or don't answer at all, as they do their best at coming up with answers about video games. What is going on? Okay, so here are some of the questions. Let's see if we can get these. The company's Infinity allowed you to play characters from The Incredibles and Cars, to name a few. It's a 200-point question.
That thing
Infinity.
tanked.
What you answer what is, and then the name of the struggle, the thing. Do we know what that is?
I'm asking
Spyro ripoff?
What is Spyro ripoff? It's got a point, yeah. I think it's what is Disney Infinity. I think that's literally what it was called. Disney Infinity. Yeah, they had the little stupid figures you could buy, and you put them on, and you could play. You it was a Spyro ripoff. Yeah, it was a Skylanders ripoff.
Yeah, it was.
All right. We have Morrowind and Skyrim are iterations of this venerable set of games.
What is Elder Scrolls?
What is Elder Scrolls, yeah. A big gaming story of 2018 is Fortnite, this genre of game where the winner is the last shooter or last team standing. This is for 600 points. I need to get my ass on Jeopardy.
Yeah, for real.
What is Battle Royale?
Yeah, what is Battle Royale?
Mm-hmm. In the classic video game Joust, contestants were placed upon these birds. It's for 800.
What is an ostrich?
There you go. Antony looked at me like, what the fuck?
Haven't heard of these games.
That's really old.
It's before my time.
Yeah. Make your future fighting Gaul leader of the Red Legion in the second iteration of this Bungie game.
Oh, what is Destiny?
What is Destiny? What is failure to meet expectations? That's what they should have said. Host Alex Trebek jokes about the contestants not doing so well, which draws laughter from the audience. The fact that the video games category was chosen last probably says something about the contestants' confidence in their video game knowledge. That's fucking interesting.
It is. Yeah, because if you think about it, as popular as video games are,
they're still such a small subset of, I mean, at least for our age group, it's not the case. But for a certain age group, it's a small subset of their day-to-day life. Or for us,
well, how old were these
but you're
people?
Talking about people
what was the age?
60s,
what was the age
man.
group of these people too? Because there's like a certain point in our generation or the generation before.
I need to watch the clip. I'm not too sure. But at what age do you think people would be able to confidently answer these questions?
I have a bunch of my managers at work, and they're in their either Oh my lord.
Bruce loves to make weird noises. All right, continue.
And I have managers that are like in their late 20s or like early 30s, and they're just talking about all these like video games. They're pretty much our generation, or like the generation before.
I bet you, besides maybe one or two, my dad would be able to answer those questions. And he doesn't play video games on the daily, but he's
knowledgeable.
I mean, the conversations that I guess I have with him, he absorbs a portion of that. But he knows what Destiny 2 is. He knows what. He maybe not know what. He knows what Skyrim is. Like, he knows what Skyrim is, and he knows what Joust is, definitely, and he knows what Fortnite is. I don't think he knows what
Joust was a shitty ass game.
Is it what? One more time.
It was a shitty game.
Oh, yeah. Well, it was like one of those things where it's like, we really don't got much we can do. Let's make something that's got some form of replayability.
It was fucking garbage. I think it was one of the first competitive games that I remember, though.
Yeah. All right. Here we go. We have another interesting article here. This one's a little bit more actual knowledge here. But we have... apparently, hackers have already added more games to the Switch's online NES lineup. Didn't even take them 24 hours. This is by Jordan Ramey of GameSpot, where it says, apparently hacking in Nintendo Switch's online and adding your own ROMs isn't as hard as you might think. In fact, it's easy enough that most people would be able to do it. According to Polygon, Switch Online is so exploitable because the service is using the same type of easily hackable emulation software that Nintendo implemented in the NES Classic and SNES Classic consoles. One of the hackers who's already added their own ROMs to Nintendo Switch Online, Kapu, K-A-P-U, told Polygon that setting everything up takes a bit of work but is manageable with instructions. After that setup, it's insanely easy to swap out ROMs and add entirely new ones. I have serious doubts that it points to any vulnerabilities, he added. I'd say it's just a side effect of making it easy on Nintendo to add more games as they officially release more, thus making it easy for modders as well, end quote. As he considers this exploit to be nothing more than a simple oversight on Nintendo's part, Kapu advises against trying to hack yourself. Nintendo might patch Switch Online in the future and possibly even ban players who utilize the hack from being able to play online. For now, the ball is in Nintendo's court, and everyone will have to wait to see how the company addresses this development. Until then, there are 20 NES games on Switches Online already, with another 9 scheduled to launch on the service before the end of 2018. So, again, it makes sense that Nintendo would want to reuse like firmware, at least their software, especially from something that they've already done. It makes sense. Like, there's no reason to make a new program to emulate this stuff.
Yeah.
Especially when they plan on expanding the library as more people come in and pay for the service and see how that service does. From what I've heard, everything about the Switch is that it's not the hardest thing to hack. Like, it's pretty easy to get into it, change things around. But if you try to do anything and go online, like I've known of like at least a dozen people that have gone through their Switch, hacked it, and are able to download any game off the store for free. Now that's illegal, obviously.
That one's
and
illegal.
If you go online, you can get banned and shit like that. But it's not the hardest thing to do, and it continues to kind of reinforce the idea in my mind that the Switch itself, I mean, the hardware is awesome. It's a cool thing. It works well. The battery's decent, but the software aspect to it was incredibly rushed for them to get it out early. And I don't know. I have nothing wrong with the Switch. Nintendo, that's a different story. They do smart things and dumb things, but I still don't think I'll be buying this online service, even if it is cheap, until there's a game that comes out that makes me want to play online. But it's just draining money for no reason at that point. But hopefully they prove me wrong. I hope they do. I hope they bring something out that will make me actually want to play my Switch for more than 3 to 4 days and get on it every day and go at something and do something different. So, Auntie, you don't even have a Switch yet, do you?
I don't. I really want one. Like, I want to invest the money into one.
It's pretty cool. I'd say if you travel and like to do things on the go, the problem with the Switch is it's cool to travel with, right? But you're not going to be taking it everywhere because you can't unless you have like a backpack with you. It's not like the DS where you can just slide it into your pocket. You can't do that with the Switch. It's a fat fucking thing.
Yeah.
So I have to look like a dumbass carrying a case around, like holding it like almost like a man purse or some shit, unless I have a backpack that I bring with me that the Switch can sit inside.
Yeah.
So it's weird because it's not entirely mobile like the 3DS was, where you can literally just keep it in your pocket and bring it out and play with it anywhere.
Yeah.
Where the Switch is like, you get a better experience, but it's not as mobile, where you can't just whip it out anywhere unless you want to carry a stupid accessory thing around.
Yeah, exactly. You can carry it. It is portable in the sense of the word, but it's not
as portable as like the other mobile systems that we have on the market, like the PS Vita. You could slip it in your pocket. You can bring it out. You have something to do. The DS.
Practical? Would that be the word? It's not practical to carry it around?
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Because you're lugging a whole thing around, unless you have the backpack. But then again, you need to carry a backpack everywhere.
Yeah.
Vita had good battery life. It was an amazingly powerful system. It was probably one of the most powerful and versatile handhelds. And once again, I get sad.
Let's go ahead and move on to our next article. Before we move into our main topic, we have Fallout 76 crossplay is still not happening, even after Sony starts allowing it on PS4. So if you followed Fallout 76, I don't know if I called it that originally, but if you followed Fallout 76, one interesting thing with it is that they straight up called out Sony. They said, hey, we'd allow it if PlayStation just got their shit together and allowed crossplay and stuff. And then PlayStation now comes out and says, oh, hey, yeah, we're allowing crossplay. Now Fortnite players, you could play anywhere. You could play with Xbox, Switch, mobile, and all this. And then Bethesda has to come back and turn around and say, oh, fuck, they called out us on our bluff.
Yeah.
Shit. And then they have to come out and say why it's still not going to be possible for them to be doing crossplay, at least across consoles and stuff like that.
But wait, Sony, we're not talking about that? That's like a huge news thing.
Well, that was like a while ago, but I guess we could talk about it for a second, yeah. But yes, Sony has allowed crossplay. It's now available to do crossplay, at least on games that allow it, like Fortnite and Rocket League and things here and there. Now, the thing is with this is right now, it's like hey, we're good to go. We can start moving. But until games start being developed to allow this to come into play, because a lot of people think it's like you just flip a switch and boom, you have crossplay. It's really not that simple. There's a lot involved with setting it up where you can have your systems communicate across clients and stuff like that.
Right.
A bunch of stuff I am nowhere near knowledgeable enough to talk about
and explain
confidently, but I just know it's not that simple. And now Sony has finally come out and say, hey, crossplay, we're starting it. I know it's not fully fledged because I know the Fortnite version is still in beta right now, but they're starting to work on it. They've given in and say, hey, we're going to allow crossplay. But now Bethesda's in a rut because they're like, fuck, we said, oh, if they allow it, then we'd all be good to go. But now, again, it's not as easy as just flipping a switch. You can't just say, hey, crossplay is available tomorrow. There's a lot involved with allowing clients to communicate with each other.
Right.
And then there's also the kind of smaller side effects that people bring up, like how does PC interact with console? Do PC players have to not use mouse and keyboard in games that are competitive, or can they not play if it's a competitive game because it would mess up the interaction between the two, obviously, because if you have someone using a mouse and keyboard.
Oh God, you're getting demolished.
In certain games, it makes it more difficult. Obviously, when precision is a huge advantage, it makes it harder to win those fights. Like if you put a COD players that play on PC with COD players that play on like Xbox or PlayStation 4 in the same room and pit them against each other.
Can you play League with the controller?
No.
You can't map the keys to the keys that control the thing to the controller keys.
If you plug it, I mean, you could probably finagle your way into it, but it would not work very well.
You don't think so?
Because the way the game controls. How would that be? Think how you play League of Legends.
Right.
How do you tell your character to move?
By clicking.
Okay. How do you move the camera?
With the mouse.
You have to drag it all the way to the edge of the screen. You have to be quick when you do that, right?
Oh, I don't fucking play like that, but sure.
Well,
I play with the camera follow.
Oh, Jesus.
And then I toggle it off if I need to go watch someone.
You need to get a computer, dude.
I know.
We need to play League of
I need. You know, I have like I don't know how many credits sitting in there.
What do you mean? Like money? Like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Did I tell you I checked how much money I spent on that game?
Oh my god, I don't even want to know.
It's like $2,000.
Oh my god. It's fucking disgusting.
I mean, I played the game for like 8 years.
Yeah.
But it is fucking disgusting. That's disgusting. That hurts my soul when I think about it.
But just the skins are so good.
They are, dude. Like I don't regret a single purchase because all the skins in that game are fucking fantastic.
They are.
Now would
so
I like
good.
to have an extra $2,000?
Does Garen have any new skins? God.
Yeah, he has like it's like God King Garen. It literally is. I'll have to show you it afterwards. Remind me. It is literally one of the coolest skins in the game. It's fucking phenomenal. He looks so badass. I'll show it to you after.
Coming out of the bush, just Demacia. I love it.
So it's definitely cool that PlayStation again they've relinquished this. They're like, okay, fine, we'll do crossplay. Now again, we won't see the benefits of this for a while. I mean, there are some short time benefits. So like with like Fortnite, games that have this infrastructure in play already, Rocket League, Fortnite, stuff like that. Maybe even Minecraft down the line. But as of right now, you won't see this affecting the next Call of Duty. You won't see this affecting the next Battlefield, at least right now. Maybe a year or two down the line, when the development cycle starts to put in mind crossplay, like we have to develop a crossplay in mind, then you'll start to see that come into play. I don't know when they start developing the next Call of Duty. They might do it like 3 months before the next one comes out. It's like, all right. Get in the engine, slap all the assets together, we're good to go. But it definitely is a very exciting venture because we will get to the point where, again, it'll be weird. It's going to take a while because they have to somehow set up a middle ground where the consoles can contact each other. How the fuck do you invite someone? It would all have to be either done through the game or they'd have to introduce something to the OSs on each side.
I feel like it would be through the game.
For now, I think for the most part it would be through game.
Right.
That means now games are going to have to start creating systems where you would have to, like how Fortnite does. You have an Epic account. You sync that Epic account and everything goes through Epic servers.
Right.
Instead of if you want to play Call of Duty with someone on PS4, you can't invite an Xbox player because you can't contact Microsoft servers with a PlayStation. It just doesn't allow you to.
Right.
So they'd have to have a way for you to contact Call of Duty servers, which would then in turn contact Microsoft servers. It would have to bounce around. So
they got to play with it.
Yeah, I don't see it happening anytime soon, but it is an exciting thing. But let me go and read this article real quick. Sony made the big time announcement recently that it will finally allow crossplay between PlayStation 4 and competing consoles like Xbox One and Nintendo Switch. Crossplay support is currently live, but only for one game, Fortnite, again in its beta. In its statement announcing crossplay, Sony said crossplay support for Fortnite is just the start of the company's wider plans. This has led to discussion and speculation with other games may support crossplay. Bethesda 76 will not be one of them. Quote, folks, chill, end quote. Bethesda marketing boss Pete Hines said on Twitter, quote, I work with a lot of devs and games for whom this is important going forward. Fallout 76 does not support crossplay for a number of reasons. I have no idea if it ever will, but I assure you it is not on our radar right now as we focus on beta and launch, which is actually starting soon for people that have pre-ordered the game. I know they're shooting out waves of codes now to start playing Fallout 76 in its beta status. So I don't know if the beta itself is live, but I know waves of codes have been released already, so that's pretty cool. I still have not even pre-ordered the game. I want to watch a little bit of gameplay before I go and drop that money to try and get into the beta, because I know we're going to get flooded with fucking videos of people playing the beta, and I want to see a little bit of the gameplay before I fully invest in at least pre-ordering. I know I'm going to get the game, I just don't know when. Hines also said, well done Sony, using the clapping hands emoji. I don't know why I need to know that. Some fans saw this as an indication of hope that Fallout 76 will support crossplay, but it won't, at least not right away. Now, we also know that Bethesda has come out and said that they want Fallout 76, or at least these type of games, to last forever. Like, they want to be able to keep supporting things like this multiplayer side of Bethesda's games. So it is possible in the future, depending on how 76 goes, they might continue to support 76, kind of like how Fortnite is or Minecraft is, where it's just one build of the game that they continue to update and add things to.
Right.
And if they do that, it is entirely possible to see crossplay in the future if they want it to continue to grow. That'd be a fantastic thing. Imagine being the first AAA company to say, hey, our game, well, I'm not counting Fortnite, but because they've had that, but imagine seeing something like Call of Duty or something like that say, hey, we got crossplay, go at it.
Hell yeah. That'd be great.
They'd generate a shitload of hype for that game.
Yeah.
Because everyone's used to Fortnite doing it. So definitely an interesting thing, though. Again, the stones are being put in motion, and we're seeing more stuff come from that. So real quick, we have a final article, and we'll kind of make it our main topic. I don't know. It's just for generating views at this point, but we'll talk about it for a bit. They did show there was a leak for a 3D Harry Potter open world RPG game to come out. Now, I've seen this video, and it's not very long, and it looks like it's recorded with a shitty phone, almost like it was put on WorldStar and shit. Again, if it actually is a leak, that'd be a way that it would happen. But I just want to talk to you guys real quick. What do you think you would want to see from a game like this? How you'd want it to go? Story, setting, characters maybe, and move forward from that. So we'll start with you, Antony. If you were to receive a Harry Potter game in the next few years, a third-person, open-world RPG Harry Potter game, what would you want in the game from the Harry Potter universe? And how would you want it to take place?
I'm not caught up in
Harry Potter.
Harry Potter to give like where I would want it to be, like a location. Mm-hmm. But I could definitely like tell you what I would want to see in it, like in terms of like gameplay wise.
Okay.
I've always liked the way that Skyrim has handled. So I kind of would want it, for me at least, would want it to kind of like mimic that gameplay style, at least. I really don't know though. Like I really don't know what I would want in it.
Like some examples would be like, would you want it to take place during the story of the books, like during Harry Potter's world? Would you want it to be something that takes place outside of that storyline, either after or before Harry, and assuming the role of a customizable character that you create and going to Hogwarts that way, having a different big villain, having a different big bad, a different way that the story goes through its runs? Or would you want it to be straight up, you are Harry Potter, you are reliving the story, but you are Harry, you're going to school as Harry, seeing him grow up, and then eventually fighting Voldemort? I
think that limits what you could do
100%
with it. Yeah, because then you can't really make it multiplayer, because you can't have like 80,000 Harrys running around.
I don't know if there's any intentions to currently make it multiplayer. I think it's
just gonna be strictly
like
single,
like how Skyrim is, or how what The Witcher 3 is, or how Cyberpunk's going to be. It's just going to be a third-person open-world RPG game. But from what I've assumed, again, this all happened today. This is very early into leaks, understanding all that.
I feel like doing it like that would be fun. It would be cool to see what they do, taking it in that direction. But at the same time, just knowing what's going to happen already in the game kind of takes away a little bit from the game. I mean, I know they've done that with games before, and it's like, oh, you already know what's going to happen. But at the same time, it's like, you want something original.
Yeah.
Like, it'd be cool to have it set, like you said, before or after the events within Harry Potter. Mm-hmm. And maybe throw in a couple, like, little Easter eggs from that timeline, you know?
Yeah, definitely. Like, even if it's set afterwards and you hear of the tale of Harry Potter, hear of his,
it's like a completely different section.
Like, you hear of his heroic ventures. Maybe they erect a statue to him or some shit. I don't fucking know. Like, maybe it's far in the future. Maybe Harry is actually a instructor at Hogwarts or something along those lines. I'm not really too involved in the lore, so I don't know exactly how the story ends or what happens. I don't know. I don't know if he can be a teacher. I don't know. I'm not too invested in that world, but I do like the games that I have played. Like, I remember playing. Oh fuck, there was one on the GameCube I remember playing a long time ago, and there's also one on the 64, I think, too. But I want a really good Harry Potter game. Like, I would love to see something like that, because I like the world itself, and I have read some of the books. I just haven't stayed up to date with them enough where I like a super hardcore fan to understand entirely the whole storyline. But I think stuff like that would be cool. An ode to what we all know and love, the characters we know and love, the characters we grew up with. But you are a new face to this world. You are understanding you're starting from square one. Maybe even be able to pick your backstory would be pretty cool, something along those lines. And then moving into learning, going to class, making friends, typical high school ventures.
The Sorting Hat.
Yeah, doing all that. Of course, all doing
like the Sorting Hat would be a part of like your character customization.
100%. Well, even if it's like they set it up prior, like beforehand, like you go up to, there's things you do, or depending on the backstory that you pick, it would change how your character acts, or actions that you take. Maybe the Sorting Hat's not within the first hour, but the first 10 hours of the game. And there's things that you go through, elements of the game that you go through, and
that build your character.
Yeah, they almost have like a karma system where depending on the actions you chose, it would, when you go do the Sorting Hat, then you would get that house because of how you've acted in the game up to this point,
right?
Kind of thing.
I like that. I was thinking completely different like system for the Sorting Hat, like a questionnaire almost style.
Yeah, you like
it's
sit
like
down and they put the thing on
personality
your head.
test.
Yeah, it's like something you do on Facebook or some shit. Just like, or just straight up the Facebook window pops up on the game. It's like loading Facebook. It's like, take this test, and this, you're Gryffindor, Ravenclaw, or whatever.
Exactly.
That'd be funny as fuck. But it would be cool if they built it into the game. There was like a karma system, and I mean, I don't know how that would come into play afterwards. Maybe it would affect the ending. Different endings depending on how you act and things like that,
and the house you get.
Yeah,
or like you said, there's a whole karma system.
Yeah, once you have the house, you can't really be moved, can you? I don't think so.
I don't think you can move houses.
Yeah, no.
So, I like I said, not following.
Again, yeah, not the biggest fans here. Shawn, do you have anything that you think would be to add on to the conversation with it when it comes to having a third-person open-world RPG Harry Potter game?
Hello,
Shawn. Did we lose him?
I think we lost him.
Is it again?
Oh, hello. How are you? Shawn, you there?
No, I can hear you. No, you guys glitched out for a moment.
Oh, okay.
And I couldn't hear you. Say that again.
Harry Potter game. What would you want to see from it when it does come out? Because again, we've seen leaked gameplay. What are some things that you would like to see from this game that you think would make it better than you imagine? Some things you'd like to see come from the books or the setting, characters, whether it's a character you make or a character you assume the role of. What do you think?
I'd like to see him bring in the expanded universe from the books. I think we put too much, as much as I love the novels, I think we put too much emphasis on the boy who lived when there's this larger universe that could be explored. So I think that would be what I'd like to see. I think you could do cameos. And if they're going to fucking do the books and shit, then they need to bring the twin back. Because I'm still bitter over that.
Okay. I don't know exactly what that is.
They killed one of the twins.
Oh. Okay.
Damn.
Oh, it wasn't one of Ron's like siblings?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I remember now. All right.
R.I.P.
They were like my favorite part, but overall, I'd just like to see the expanded universe. I think that'd be really great. Do like the school that's in the United States.
I think that would be pretty cool too, actually.
Yeah, I actually would.
Yeah, instead of seeing, I mean, I know everyone that's a big fan of Harry Potter wants to see Hogwarts, like the European, the one we've gotten. I guess it's European, the one that we've gotten to know. But it would be cool to see like a different subsector, even if you just travel there. Like that's one of the missions. Hey, you have to go to the States. We got shit going down. Get over there and go check out that school. Help them with that problem. But that would be really cool too to see them again involve the expanded universe. When it comes to maybe the timeline, Shawn, would you want to see like before, after, during the events?
After, definitely after.
Yeah, I think after would be cool. So like imagine like they don't say anything. You don't know anything about the timeline. You go to sit down in your first class and your instructor is actually Harry Potter, like an older Harry Potter, and you're learning from him. I don't know. It sounds cheesy.
That became an instructor though. Who was it that became an instructor? It was Neville.
Oh well, anything.
Neville became an instructor.
Yeah, anything that makes sense with the universe. I think that'd be super cool to see that like cameo of that person fulfilling what they wanted to become, And again, even if they reference Harry or you see him or he helps you, or it all sounds cheesy now, but I think it'd be really cool in the moment for something like that to happen.
That'd be epic, man.
Yeah, that'd be fucking cool. Now, when it comes to gameplay itself, we know it's a third-person RPG, so you're leveling, getting stronger, obviously, most likely learning more spells. I could see it. It's weird to think because like we haven't really received like a really good Harry Potter game in a long time. Not for like a current gen.
I haven't even I haven't realized that there was a Harry Potter game.
Yeah, they had one on the GameCube back in the day.
None of them were good.
No, none of them were good.
Was there a Lego one? Am I mistaken?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there was a Lego.
There was a Lego one for all the movies.
Yeah. Yeah, but I'm thinking like when it comes to like wand combat, how you'd want to see that. Like, how would that play out? Like, would you have?
Didn't they have another game that did like magic and wand combat, and everybody said if Harry Potter was a good game, this is how it would be?
Not that I'm familiar of, but I mean, I don't think you would have remembered something that concise incorrectly. So it's possible. But again, I'm not the biggest fan, so I don't follow these games. But I would love to see a game like this, or these books, I mean. But like I can just think like you go to class, you sit down. It'd be cool if all the classes, again taking nods from the books, were actually interactive. You don't just sit down, you have a time skip, and then boom, you've gained experience in this school of magic. It'd be cool if this is just imagination going off. But it'd be cool if all the classes you took, as you progressed through them, you did tasks and they were progressively more difficult, or if you had to go out into like the Forbidden Forest or whatever the fuck it's called to go slay something, and then you leveled up, or in that process you learned something, or if you sit down to do like an alchemy class and you actually have to do alchemy.
And it builds like a alchemy tree and everything.
And you're learning things that way, but teach it as like if you were actually in the school, and they put a lot of attention to detail to the school itself. The model, or just the school as a setting, being like against, if they did go with like the European Hogwarts, we know, sticking like close to how it looked at least in the movies, or taking creative liberties. I don't know how they would go about doing it, but making it, again, putting a lot of effort into making it feel 100% like you're inside Hogwarts. You're learning, you're actually going to class, and you're doing things that genuinely feel like you're a wizard in training, kind of thing. I think that'd be awesome, especially like interactive classes. I always thought that'd be really cool. And for the alchemy,
that'd be cool if that's how you leveled up your abilities, was by practicing them in class and then using them and getting them. Of course, you'd have to have like, a storyline that takes place outside of the school, or in the school, but is vital. You'd have to be a new.
What are you doing? Are you like so are you like rubbing your phone on the floor or something?
What?
It's like giving me a weird static, like you're shuffling around, like covered in like a warm blanket or something.
No.
Oh, that's weird. But yeah, definitely. I'd love to see, again, but one of the important things of an RPG is the progression element to it, and actually feeling like you're getting stronger as a character as you dedicate time to building that character. So I would love to see stuff like that. Again, wand combat you don't see often, so it'd be interesting to see how they play that out.
I haven't seen it at all.
Like, how do you cast your spells? Like, are they actually going to make you, because every spell has like a signal, or like a rune to it of some sort, usually, that they draw out with the wand.
Right.
Are they going to make your ass draw that shit with the wand? Maybe you do it the first time, and after that you have quick access to the spells, and the character will do it on their own, to make combat more fluent, so you're not sitting there drawing a fucking alphabet trying to shoot out a high level attack. And I don't know, there's just so many avenues that they can take with this. And it's interesting to see that we do have something coming for it. And the gameplay that we saw, it looked rough-ish. But it definitely starts generating that hype. I'm excited to see what we're going to get out of this. Actually, outside an article I could fucking read, I entirely forgot about. So let me read a little bit of that. So it's not just us gushing. There's actually some form of information that you guys can take down for this if you haven't heard of it yet, at least. So this is from Polygon. We'll read this, do some final words, and then go ahead and call it a night. This is Christopher Grant of Polygon. This is obviously all assuming if the leaked footage is in fact real. It's using Warner Bros. Avalanche Software, a Utah-based studio behind licensed games such as Toy Story and Disney's Infinity series, is hard at work on an open-world action RPG set in the world of Harry Potter. The footage features the usual assortment of wizards and wands, trolls and goblins, as well as peeks at familiar locations like Hogwarts and Diagon Alley. Though the last Harry Potter movie was released over 7 years ago, J.K. Rowling, the series author, has been busy steadily expanding the universe with spin-off films and stage productions. This latest game,
stage production was garbage. We're not even going to talk about
Harry Potter and the Cursed Child.
God, that was such a fucking rancidly horrible story.
Wait. There's another Harry Potter movie?
No. Are you even listening?
Yes, I have.
It's a stage production. Like a play.
It's really bad. Like it's first of all, she didn't write it.
Harry Potter and the Cursed
Child. It is a horribly written story. It does not stay true to the characters. It doesn't stay true to anything. It's so bad.
Big oof.
Think like the worst fan fiction you've ever read where they barely paid attention to the property and then tried to write a story for it.
Nice.
And you've got kind of an idea. Like if you love Harry Potter, do not read The Cursed Child. Stay as far away from that fucking mess as you can.
All right. So the latest game, rumored to be in development for some time, would be the first AAA video game set in the Harry Potter universe since 2011, the same year the final film was released. The footage was leaked by the Reddit user VapeThisBro, who wrote that it was, quote, leaked as in I went into a room for a focus group, took a sneak video, and uploaded it. This isn't some marketing ploy. If you notice the bottom right corner of the video, it's censored because it has a serial number identifying me, so WB can sue the ever-living shit out of me. He added, quote, it was one of those small survey groups. I wasn't allowed to have the camera. The signs in the lobby says no phones, but no one checked me. The guys who did all the paperwork looked like they gave zero fucks about their job and were getting anyone and everyone who would do the viewing to do it. I got paid to watch it. In addition to the hastily acquired phone cam footage, VapeThisBro shared his poorly contrived marketing collateral. And this is basically what's coming from him. This is set in the 19th century, 1800s wizarding world. I guess it's a good thing that we did all the speculating beforehand, so we can let our imaginations go wild. But this is apparently what's actually going on. Again, if this footage is in fact real.
Legit.
This is set in the 19th century wizarding world. This third-person open-world action RPG game centers around your character with unique abilities who has earned a late acceptance to Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. You are a newly arrived fifth-year student to Hogwarts that demonstrates a latent gift for magic with a unique ability to track and identify remnants of potent ancient power. Upon arrival, strange events begin to materialize in the Forbidden Forest, and trouble begins to brew within the castle walls. Together with Professor Elazar Fig, you embark on a journey through both familiar and never-before-seen locations to bring the light of the truth behind these mysterious occurrences. On your quest, you will craft potions, master new spells, and discover fantastical beasts. You will battle dark wizards, goblins, and other supernatural enemies and uncover the truth about your destiny. The fate of the wizarding world lies in your hands. These are some of the features also listed. Journey to Hogwarts to become one of 8 different wizard types. Experience wizards, make new friends, uncover new secrets, and change the fate of the wizarding world. These are. I thought it was experienced wizards. Like one of the types of wizards were experienced wizards. Experience Hogwarts, I meant. Experience a new magic system that creates countless possibilities to master magic. Freely explore the wizarding world for the first time. You get to choose your house and friends at Hogwarts and decide to pursue a path of good or evil. You get to create your own witch or wizard and experience an all-new story separate from the books or films.
Gryffindor for life.
But it's late 1800s, so that's much before.
Is it much before?
Yeah, it's way before Harry Potter.
Yeah, okay. Harry Potter takes place in the 90s.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so
early 90s.
So it was good that we got to
or mid-90s. I don't remember.
We got to
speculate.
We got to speculate a bit before we actually seen all this. But what do we think about this, guys? It's beforehand, so that was cool. That was one thing we talked about. There's 8 different types of wizards that you can pick, which all hopefully have unique spell or unique abilities to how they operate. You're going to a Hogwarts that is prior to the books and films, and it is open world. You get to freely explore.
I like the fact that it's open world.
I do too. It looks pretty fucking cool. Like, I'm really excited. Like, the things that they talked about were some of the things that I were hoping were to come into play.
Yeah.
Some things I were hoping would happen. What do you think, Shawn? Oh God.
I think it sounds okay. I mean,
yeah, I think
right now it's not even a thing. So
yeah, I'm interested to see where we go with this. But it's nice to know that there is something on the horizon that is Harry Potter related that we might have in our hands in the next few years. I think that's really cool. So definitely an interesting thing. If you're tuning in, let us know what you guys think about this new Harry Potter game. Are you excited? Are you not too excited? Read the books? Never touched them. Let us know what you think. We'd love to hear from you guys. So, before we call this a night, let me hear my good old sexy raspy voices of y'all for our outros. Antony, what you got? What do you got to say to our lovely listeners?
Man, I have an outro. Is this a thing now?
I don't think you do. You never made one, so get creative.
Oh, well, fuck me.
Well, he never got official with it. He just would say stuff like Caitlyn does.
Yeah, you never said shit.
So I promise that I will come up with an outro for next time. But for now...
No, bitch, you're coming up with one now and it's sticking. No pressure.
Man, you know you guys can't do this to me, because if I try to write...
We just did it to you now, so
I can't even write cards.
It's done. It's done. Do it, Antony. It's done. It's done. Come up with it. Now. Now.
I don't fucking know. Tacos, titties, and tequila.
There we go. I like it. I like that a lot. That's perfect.
It's the only 3 things that I need in my life.
That's better than I could actually have hoped for.
I was not fucking expecting that whatsoever. That shit hit me like a truck. Oh my God. Tacos, titties, and tequila.
Titties and tequila. I'll take it. Absolutely.
All right. Shawn?
Hugs and kisses and all your pink parts.
All right. And before we go, I shall leave you all with a thought. The longest recorded flight of a chicken was 13 seconds.